Welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast with your hosts Mike,
Sage,
Kat,
Anthony,
and Colin.
Welcome to the potentially first episode. Woo! We did
Yay.
it. Possibly.
maybe.
who's to say?
If you
Boy,
never see
can't
this,
wait.
that means we didn't upload it.
Yeah.
And if you do see it,
Yeah,
hey, we
well-
didn't fuck it up, and that was like a month and a half of work. We did it. A month and a half of doing stuff that did not work at all.
Well,
Trial and error.
I think this time we really got it.
Yeah.
I think we actually like.
It took. If you
Put
guys
in the
could,
work
if you
and
guys
did it.
could see the behind the scenes of this set, it is a
You don't want
wire
to.
mess.
I mean,
a lot of
technically,
screaming,
technically
a lot
we
of me
could
crying.
show.
This-
we could. We're not gonna.
This, I don't.
It's
think
just
this
a fire
follows
hazard.
Safety
It really
code.
is.
Nope.
yeah.
No, don't let them know.
Don't let the nice audience know that if there is
It's
a
actually
fire,
very
we are
clean.
all
It's the cleanest
unequivocally
cabling
dead.
I've ever seen.
we are all
Exactly.
dead if there's a fire. But don't worry about it. It's fine.
We're Gucci.
Most likely.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably fine.
It's probably.
Is it?
No.
No, it's not at all. But hey, we're all we're all.
Hey,
Fucking,
look. If I gotta go, if it's my time,
we're all weebs. No one
Anthony's
will miss
just
us.
gonna jump
We've
out
added
the
nothing.
window.
yeah, I'm leaving you all in the dust.
Hey, people
no,
might
no,
miss
no.
us. We got Twitch and YouTube. They might miss us.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, us three, we're
collective
expendable.
audiences
No,
might
I
miss
just,
us,
I just
yeah.
exist in a basement like any other.
Yeah, I just watch anime in a
They're
basement
gonna be
like
like,
everyone
where did
else.
Super Milkshake go? He really hasn't uploaded a video in a while.
No,
Little did he know he died while recording an anime podcast in someone's
A
basement.
vaguely
So,
anime.
vaguely anime podcast in someone's
Yeah,
basement.
no, I read over 1,000 chapters of One Piece. I'm ready to go.
You feel like
You've
you've
lived
spent
a
enough
full
time.
life.
I
friend, you've lived a
realized
full life.
I realized I'm going to die before Oda finishes, no matter what. So let's just go.
Oda will live forever.
Oda will live
That-
forever.
that
just
story
to
will never
perpetuate One
end.
Piece.
But
No.
do you think in the afterlife when you die, you're just gonna like? Do you think you'll get to keep reading it, or it's like you'll just never know?
It depends if my Catholic upbringing is correct or not.
and then if it is right, he's going to hell anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah,
then,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Do you think if you approach the pearly gates and like the angel, who I think it's like Gabriel or some shit,
Gabriel.
I don't know, he like goes up to you and he's
Some
like,
shit.
oh yeah, look at that, so you
Oh,
you
you're
donated.
a weeb.
Yeah,
Bye.
no, yeah, you donated to you donated to the Salvation Army. You volunteered in
Aren't they bad
Sudan.
people? Actually,
Yeah, they are terrible
We
people.
shouldn't
Just
talk
kidding.
about it. Never
You
mind.
donated to St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
did do
You
that.
volunteered in Sudan. You attended a Black Lives Matter rally. Oh, look at all these great. You read One Piece? You read 600 chapters of One Piece?
I'm just gonna.
And just all of that just cancels every single good thing.
every
that
chapter,
Colin
cancel,
did.
every chapter,
Every
cancel.
single good deed Colin ever did was immediately washed away
Anthony,
because he read
Anthony,
single-
I'm just sitting there sweating like.
No,
When's he gonna get to the
I'm like,
list?
is he gonna find out about Monster Musume?
Oh god. Oh god.
God, why did they call him
you're-
Monster?
And hell is just you have every One Piece volume available to you, and then over a day,
But they're in
one
Japanese.
disappears. Every day one disappears. So you're trying to read before they go away.
I feel like you could read one volume a day.
It's the
Easily.
Yeah.
all right. So the last chapter of the entire story is there. You have to read it within 5 minutes, or else it's gone.
The last one, you have to read
Yeah,
it
like
5
you-
minutes.
you
Oh, you
get
can
to
only
hell.
Like
skim it.
finally
Yeah,
the
and, like-
ending of this like 30-year-long arc or like
It's just
story.
I just open to the first page and it's like Shanks was the bad guy all along, and I just throw it in there. I'm like, I don't want to read it
I don't
anymore.
give a shit.
I don't care.
torture
We're
me,
done.
put nails in my foot. I don't even care.
Call up the
done.
demons. I'm ready for torture.
That's it. We're done. This is the worst type of torture. Anything you do to me after this moment is incomparable. Like, don't even
I'm already dead inside.
I'm already
now.
dead inside. You can't break me any further.
It just-
I don't know who that is. I'm just
I just
making a
feel like
bit.
One Piece is such a like intimidating series that
Yeah.
I only watched it as a kid, and then I was like, I can't keep up.
So let me give you
and
my.
then I never went back to it because by the time I was like, oh, maybe I'll get back into One Piece, it was like, oh, there's 500 episodes and 700 chapters. No.
Was it you that convinced me to watch it, or was that someone else?
It was either me or totally not Mark.
No, I was already caught. Like
It might have been me because I was just
Yeah,
reading it and talking
because-
about it.
No, because I watched it before lockdown, and you didn't read it before then.
I started reading in January.
Oh, so then
So right before.
no,
Yeah,
no, I
so
finished
right
it.
before
I
cover,
finished.
which
I
was
caught up in
convenient.
college.
Okay,
So then
yeah,
I guess it
wasn't
was
me.
someone else because, like, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's like it's too long.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why that is incorrect and why instead of it be yes, I know. This is my opinion. So.
Okay.
me-
Enlighten me.
Let me tell you why I do not think it is like an intimidating thing of like, oh my god, it's too much. I'm
How
never
can you
gonna
look
reach
at that
period.
number and
Wait, is it
even
because
speak the
you've
words
kept
up
that
with
that's
Naruto?
not
Can't do it.
intimidating?
No,
That's like soap opera number.
No, because like
level of
I didn't
things.
like keep up with Naruto. I fell off Naruto for a long time and then I
But
just read
but
it.
you've read all of it.
Yeah.
But like,
But that's what I'm saying. I've never read a series that long because my
Because you're not a
lizard
psycho.
brain
No,
can't
No, but like, there's
handle
a
it.
Brain of
difference
a
because like,
goldfish. Like I cannot do this.
there's a difference through like, so like as somebody that's watching Naruto, I'm like, oh my god, this show, like, just
Yeah, the
fucking
show is a
please.
slog.
But the difference there is, and I think Colin will attest to the manga too, which I haven't read, but I've only watched the show, is like, the difference is that One Piece, even though it's so long, you never feel it.
You
Because
don't.
you
Oh,
just
there's
you
no, like,
like you
fatigue.
like you get
No.
into it and it just like you never hit a point where you're like,
There
oh my
are
But,
god.
okay,
there
okay.
are I think 2 spots where I hit a bit of a fatigue, but like realistically, let me tell you, it wasn't like something I had to overcome. It was holy shit, I can read this for 4 hours a day
But
and I
my
never have to
problem
stop
is-
as long as I want.
I can't remember everything that happened. Like when I watched Hunter
Well, you
x
see,
Hunter.
the
have to,
anime
like,
gives you
take
recaps
notes.
every
No,
fucking episode.
Well, okay, well that helps. But like Hunter x
It's
Hunter
also
was
kinda
long,
the
but it
worst, but
wasn't
it's the
that
worst.
long. It's
How
not
long is
like
Hunter x
that.
Hunter? 4 seasons? 3?
There's like
It's
a
100
100
and
and
something
something
episodes.
episodes. Me
Right.
and Mike were having a race during the summer.
Yeah,
so
we
to
were.
finish it.
Wow, that
Um,
last arc was just bad.
And by the way, guys, I
The
won.
last arc is great.
Just
Last
to
arc
make
is
sure-
she
great.
did win.
Just to make sure you guys
she
know
cheated,
I won.
but she won.
Last arc is
I
great.
did not cheat. How did I cheat? You
I
were the
don't
one who was trying to
remember.
cheat.
I just
She
remember
was
I-
watching the show.
No, he literally.
What you watching on like
I
one and a
like,
half
they-
speed?
No,
vacation
yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
I
or-
was
don't
no, I
remember.
was on vacation, and then he was just like, "All right, this is my time. I'm gonna fucking beat her. Suck a dick. I don't care." And because I wasn't supposed to be watching then, I was like, "Well, time to stay up all night, ignore my family on this vacation, and just finish this because I'm not losing." And I didn't. So
But that like, and especially because that last arc was like, you got me through that last arc. So I was like, I need to win.
You mean
Because
the
that
second to last arc?
The Chimera and
The Chimera
Yeah.
arc is the
Is
second to
Wait,
last
I
so
haven't watched it
bad.
yet. I haven't watched
It's
it yet.
very
no, we're
good.
not saying
I'm
it's
only
long.
on
very
season
We're
good.
just
3.
saying it's long. Like that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. There was. It
It's
had
very
a,
long and
It's not bad. That's the wrong
it's,
word.
it's
I
very
just,
good, but the thing is about the Chimera Ant arc, and this is not really a spoiler for Hunter x Hunter, is it does something really interesting in that it splits the perspective between the main characters and the villains.
Oh,
So you
wait,
get-
that doesn't sound
No,
bad.
it's not. It's
No,
just.
no,
it's
Or is
not.
it repetitive?
It's really
Okay,
long.
I would
it
say
just-
very
a
long.
part
Yeah,
of
it feels like
a
it drags
part of
on.
it kind of is repetitive, just because there are so many bad guys, and there just keeps every episode more and more and
It
more. And I
introduces a
feel
lot.
like at
like
that
villain of
point,
the week kind of a thing.
No.
No.
there's one overall villain,
Right.
but they keep introducing more
Like
sub
sub-villains,
villains.
okay.
Yes, over and over, and that's what's kind of repetitive because I'm like, I don't really care about these little nobodies.
It was
But like they try and make it important, and
Yeah,
that's
it-
where
it
I
just,
kind of
like,
find
it
it's
felt like-
repetitive. But I did not think that it was bad at all. I did enjoy watching
it was
the whole thing.
it was something that I felt like while I was watching, I was like, if I had to watch this week to week, this was going to be awful. This is going to be
yeah,
terrible.
because you wait all week
Because
for
you're waiting
that,
all
and
week,
then yeah,
and then it's like,
mhm.
okay, we're introducing this new sub-enemy character who's going to give you their
you don't
sad
care about.
backstory,
Right.
Yeah.
and then is
Okay.
going to fight
There's
one of
some
our
of them you do
heroes.
care about. There's some of them that you do end up caring
I'm picking
about.
up what you're putting
I
down.
think.
Yeah.
But like, so
I think overall though it was a really beautiful.
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
I think
thing.
so,
Like,
too.
I really
Like-
appreciated it.
I really liked the ending, and I liked like a good amount of parts of it. But like overall, I wasn't a fan of the arc really, because it was really long. But that's not like necessarily a bad
Okay,
thing.
how
it just,
long is really long?
Let me
100
let me-
episodes?
Let me
It's
check out
like-
how many
It's
episodes.
a lot of it. It's like 60 episodes, something like that.
It's at least half of the show is this one
It
arc.
feels
That,
like
that's
it.
shorter
It
than
definitely is.
Monster.
No,
but like it's just the one arc, because like, so the issue that I had with it was not necessarily the like
It's
the
60 episodes.
Yeah, the reason of the
Yeah,
length.
that's
It
what
was
I
like
thought.
the way that the episodes were like told through that length.
Okay.
A lot of things, there was just so many times where they'd be like saying something, and then they'd finish saying it, and then a narrator would take over and say the exact
Oh,
same
no.
thing again.
So let me give you a couple pieces of context here. First off, it is 132 chapters, which is longer than the longest arc in One Piece. Fun
That's a
fact.
lot of chapters.
Yeah, and it is again just straight up 60 episodes.
Wow.
Like I couldn't even imagine like what the manga had.
like
It
three-
just
the
seems
fact
like
that,
it's
there's
like
so much
dense.
in.
It's 3
it
seasons
is.
of
It
a
really
standard
is.
show. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you got One Piece where Dressrosa is 100+ episodes for
Yeah,
one
that
arc.
that just got surpassed by Wano as the longest arc in One Piece.
I've been watching Dressrosa for like ever now,
And guess what?
I still will be.
Dressrosa up until that point in One Piece, best arc. Wano right now, best arc in One Piece.
Oh yeah, so the original point was like One Piece, that it never feels like it's long, because so there's a YouTuber that we both watch called Totally Not Mark. He like reviews a bunch of manga and stuff.
He's
and,
great.
And
Please check him
there
out.
was a joke in his One Piece reviews that every time he would start a video, he'd be like, this is the best arc of One Piece, and it would be every video. Because nobody knows how Oda does it, but every single arc you read, except for like maybe two, are literally always better than the last.
Wow.
Somehow. He like keeps one-upping himself.
It's really just due to this man's incredible world building and his ability to set things up that have great payoff later. And it can be payoff in the next arc, it can be payoff in 3 arcs, or it can be payoff 500 chapters later.
See, that stuff I don't like with Attack on Titan. When I was watching that, being told when I would ask the person I was watching it with, I would ask, oh, well, did I miss something? Like, what is this here? And they're like, you'll find out in 2 seasons. I don't like that kind of stuff.
It's not.
I like
it's
that
not.
kind of
You don't like the mystery, or you want to like.
I need an
you want
explanation.
the payoff faster.
I guess I want the payoff faster. I don't like being confused in shows because I literally I'm like, do I need to rewatch it? Am I stupid? Like, did I just miss it? And it's
I don't
like,
think it sets
if
it up
I
that
didn't,
way.
If I didn't
No.
ask the
Yeah, yeah.
person,
No.
I totally would have just thought I fucking missed shit. I gotta like
No,
rewatch
so
it.
less like
or
that.
something.
In One Piece, it's more like you see something, and it's not like a question of like, oh, what was that? And it's like you'll find out later. It's more just like they'll reference something or whatever, and then like it'll come up later because they're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's down
Oh,
the
it's like
line.
foreshadowing.
yeah,
oh,
like-
okay,
yeah,
that's
and,
fine.
like, but
It's
like,
like-
you'll think of it, and those things seem so inconsequential.
Okay,
and then
yeah,
it
so
comes up
that's not
fucking
like Attack on
fresh.
Yeah,
Titan.
no, like
Okay,
chapter
that's
12
fine.
of One Piece, they meet a character, and he's like, I have a sad backstory, I miss my friends, and then chapter 600, you meet his friend.
Okay.
Well, yeah, like it's just One Piece. I don't know if Colin, if you felt the same way, that it was like a lot to tackle, but like I literally, like, my friend had to convince me to watch this show.
Understandably.
because this was actually my 3rd or 4th attempt to do One Piece again. I tried to watch the anime a couple times years ago, because I was like, okay, I remember I got through Alabasta arc when it was on Toonami, so I just picked up from there a couple times.
When did this first come out?
1999, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been going for a while.
It just, I'm
I
sorry.
thought it was
just,
97.
It just hit 20 years, so actually it might have been like 2000.
Oh, it was my cousin who convinced me. That's what it was.
Glad you figured it out.
Yeah, like, it was bothering me. But like, cause he was like, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. And then so I was like, all right, fine, but I'm only watching the dub. 'Cause I was like, I'm not watching 500
That's
plus
literally
episodes
too
of-
much to have to just like
Sit
read.
there and
yeah.
Right,
it.
exactly. So
Especially because you can just read the manga because the anime will miss stuff anyways. So like,
actually, so the reason why people, and I guess, I mean, it's fair, but the reason why people say to read One Piece is because the anime suffers from the thing that all shonen anime do, which is they catch up to the manga a lot, but they don't really choose to do filler arcs. They used to. They don't anymore. They'll do like 1 chapter every episode. So
Where-
something like Dressrosa, which was already the longest chapter to begin with, ends up being like 120 something episodes for
Yeah.
1 arc.
Right.
Because the problem was, like, when they started it and they had a lot of room, they would be like 2 or 3 chapters to an episode, and it felt very,
well paced.
well paced.
Right.
But then it got to the point where they caught up and they had to start making it 1 episode. So the first 7 minutes of every episode is a recap.
Literally,
Oh
it's the intro, it's the
God.
OP, then the recap. So literally every time you watch on Funimation,
You
or
could just
whatever,
watch every other episode, to be honest.
You
Just
like
don't skip the recap.
every episode when I load an episode, it's just all right.
You just get to like 10 minutes, and you're like, all right, let's start watching
You
it.
honestly, it's like you get a skill of like you start an episode and you're like, where is this gonna be? Let's think 5 minutes 33 seconds, and then it's like bam, and it's like
No, when you hit it,
Yes!
when you hit it, you feel so good.
Yeah,
Because
like,
I know that feeling, because I did that.
You do that every episode.
So I've acquired that skill
Oh, yeah?
recently.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an anime, but well, I mean, I guess you can call it the greatest anime that ever came out of Flushing, Queens, which is The Nanny.
Oh my god.
I love The Nanny.
The Nanny is my favorite show of all time. So
The
we can
Nanny's
like
a good
we can
sitcom.
talk about this later.
Somebody disrespected the nanny the other day.
How
I was like,
dare they?
it was Eamon.
Oh,
What?
of course
Oh, yeah,
it
no,
was.
that's right, he
Of
did.
course
He's
it
like,
was.
He's like,
No.
Fran Drescher is the most annoying
I
character.
love
fuck
Fran
it.
Drescher.
Fran
I would
Drescher's
die
a
for
fucking-
Fran
Fran
Drescher.
Drescher is my absolute queen. Love the shit out of
I
Fran
will
Drescher.
take a bullet for
I
Fran
will
Drescher
take a
any
bullet for
day.
Fran
I
Drescher.
will fight for Fran Drescher.
Oh
I
my god,
love
we
her
are Fran
so
Drescher
much.
apologists in this room.
We should watch the
Anyway.
nanny sometime.
Anyway.
Anyway.
The Nanny, one of the greatest sitcoms
Yes.
What are
ever
you
made.
watching it on?
I'm watching it on HBO Max.
Damn it, I don't have
It's
that.
on, you bet it's on HBO Max. Every episode, subtitles.
So
Hey,
excited.
someone,
I'm watching
I watched
it
the animated
subs.
thing. I watched the Nanny.
someone
subs.
explain to me what this show is.
You never watched it,
Oh,
Alright.
Mike.
What?
Please,
Allow
Anthony,
me.
Anthony,
Oh my
take
God.
us away.
Allow me. All right. Well.
Hold on, are we gonna go into spoilers?
Yes.
Are you
Okay,
in
I
the
don't know. I don't know.
Nanny?
I don't know.
The-
I just want to
The
say.
Nanny?
The
Have you
Nanny?
been over for like
Watch The
25
Nanny.
years.
Yeah.
If you
We're
haven't
We're not
watched
gonna
it,
spoil
I'm
a
sorry.
sitcom
The
from
Nanny,
1994.
the
I'm
Nanny
just
does
saying.
get to
Don't
fuck
It's
know
like
what to say.
spoiling Friends at this
Miss-
point.
Alright,
Like,
I'm
Yeah,
just-
that's
You
a-
had your
yeah,
chance.
I just wanted to bring it up for people because there might be people
You
that don't
can,
know
when
either.
you're editing this, whoever's editing this
If
can
you
put
haven't
up
seen-
a spoiler
if you-
warning
no,
for
I
the
know,
Nanny
but
if
that's
they
not-
want.
The first episode of The Nanny aired in 1991.
yeah, you
You've
guys
had
have
a
had
long
your
time.
chance.
just
Like,
make,
anyway.
I
Shit's
don't know
getting
how old
spoiled
this
for me
show
in
was.
fruit baskets because that's older. The Nanny is 10 years. Like how
I
many
thought
years?
the show
more
might have been
than that?
like
Like,
5 years
it
old. I
doesn't
don't
matter.
know.
Bye,
Oh
my good
The
lord.
Nanny is older than my parents' marriage.
It is
all
a
right? Like-
sitcom from '91 that I watched reruns of on Nick at Night in 2012.
Yes.
Yes,
So
Nick
good.
at Night.
Anyway.
Oh, so like George
Mike.
Lopez shit.
Yes.
Yes.
George Lopez was a
Yeah,
shit.
except
Love that guy.
he cheated on his wife after she donated him a kidney. But
Wait, he did.
Scandal.
I liked his show. I don't.
He was the electric dude in the Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
The
He
best.
was.
yeah,
the
he was.
best role.
Yeah, he sure was. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway,
The
the
Nanny.
Nanny.
Greatest show ever made. Anyway, so the whole premise of The Nanny is that Fran Drescher, who plays her character's name is Fran Fine. She plays a woman who works at a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens, which is like where she's from in like real life and stuff. And she gets dumped by her boyfriend and fired from the bridal shop. So she becomes so she applies to be a nanny for this very rich family on Park Ave in Manhattan called the Sheffields. And I'm sure you've heard
He's
like,
a playwright
oh,
or-
Mr. Sheffield. I'm
Yeah,
sure you've heard that.
okay.
Like, yeah, he's like a very famous playwright. Like the running
I thought
joke
he
in
was
the
a
show.
producer.
He's a producer. He's a
Same
producer.
difference. I think
Yeah.
he does some playwriting in the
Oh.
series.
He
Because
has-
I just
yeah.
know like the main joke is that like every play that he puts out, Andrew Lloyd
Yeah,
Webber
that's the
puts
thing.
something
He's-
out
the
and
running
it's better
joke is
than
that
his.
He's like second in line, or not second in line, but like
Yeah.
second best to Andrew Lloyd Webber.
And
And
if-
like the whole running joke is that he passed on Cats. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
Cats is like a mega hit. Like,
He's
all
like,
the
oh,
time.
I'm not gonna do Cats.
Yeah, and then he passes on Cats, and Andrew Lloyd Webber gets Cats, and that's what like propels him into stardom. And Mr. Sheffield is there, like
Quick
making
question.
shitty
So
plays.
he-
quick
Mr.
interjection,
Sheffield-
Quick interjection.
yeah.
Niles, best character.
Oh, Niles
my
is
God,
my
I
absolute
love-
favorite character.
And
I want to
Cece,
be
I love
Niles when I
Cece.
grow up.
So
honestly. I
Mr.
really do.
Sheffield
If I could be
is
half
the
as funny
greatest
as Niles
character,
is, I
'cause
would
he didn't
die
do
happy.
Cats.
No. He.
No,
He's
like,
handsome,
he
though.
didn't
Oh,
do
no,
Cats,
Niles
so
is very
he has the
handsome,
moral high ground.
I definitely had a crush on him.
Oh,
for
how
sure.
could-
how could you
Niles
not?
is
Because
very
Cats
handsome.
is
A
the
little bit
worst
of a
thing
perv,
ever.
Yeah.
But handsome man.
Yep.
But anyway,
Mr. Sheffield.
I didn't know better.
yes, Mr. Sheffield.
Wait,
Mr.
who's
Sheffield's
his
a handsome
actor?
man. I forgot. It's like Charles Shaughnessy or
He
something.
was very attractive.
He's a very
Yeah,
handsome man.
good-looking dude.
He got that nice like white little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the
gray
little like.
flip.
Yeah.
So
Anyway. So Fran Fine, she applies to be the nanny at like this rich guy's house in Park Ave in Manhattan, which if you don't know is like a super wealthy.
Yeah, they have a
neighborhood.
beautiful house.
They have a beautiful like mansion, or not mansion, but it's like an apartment that's like
like a
looks like mansion.
townhouse
Yeah, it's like a
almost.
Yeah.
townhouse exactly. And so he hires her to be the nanny, and like the series like follows like their shenanigans as like
Fish
Fran
out of waters
and-
type thing.
Yeah,
you know,
fish, yeah, kind of a fish out of water.
You
type
know,
thing.
poor with rich.
So I was gonna say,
She's
is,
like,
is
but
this
she's
like
not
a,
like
super.
poor
She was like,
poor.
she's
is this
not
like
poor
a
poor,
like
she's
a
like
like
lower
a
middle class?
like
Yeah,
a
lower middle
like
class.
coming love story thing, or is it
They,
Yeah.
just
they eventually
Okay.
have like
Yeah.
they kiss a few times during the show, and
Okay.
then I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it like the
Anthony.
show follows like.
Not the spoilers.
Yeah,
I
well,
think it's
whatever.
okay.
They
Mike,
fuck.
you should watch it. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Mr. Sheffield fucks.
Mr. Sheffield fucks.
Yeah,
True.
Mr. Sheffield.
Also, just
he didn't do Cats, so yeah,
just
he did.
so
Yeah.
you know, he has 3 kids.
He does have
Yeah.
3 kids.
2
they're
girls and a
all
boy.
incredible. I love every one of them. But essentially, it just follows like their like shenanigans as like Fran is the nanny and is like woefully inexperienced as like and like Mr. Sheffield like starts to like fall in love with her and shit. Phenomenal show. And what was the question?
I was
about
just
that?
wondering what it was.
Oh yeah, that's what it's about, and it's just really funny for the time. Like they make fun of a lot of like it's a lot of like
Wait, you
Jewish
don't
humor.
watch the
Yeah.
the opening credits every time? You skip them?
Oh yeah,
I
that's my
love the
skill.
opening
Is that I skip the. is
You
that I skip the opening
uncultured
Yeah,
swine!
that's
You
of all-
don't watch
first
the
of
opening.
all,
Sage,
I-
he
I
missed
wanna-
it.
I
He-
wanna-
No. You skip the opening credits, and that's why you were wrong. She didn't go apply for the job. She was selling makeup door
Well, yeah,
to
yeah.
door.
So she was selling
And
makeup
he
door to
said
door.
he needed a nanny
And he
because he
said
had
he needed
just
a
fired
nanny.
one.
You're
But
right.
if you
You're
had
right.
watched the opening
I'm the
credits, you
asshole,
would know
Sage.
that.
I get it.
Sage, high
But
five.
anyway,
Is this like an iconic theme kind of like
It
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
yeah.
A little bit.
old
but here's the thing.
sitcom
Here's the thing. The Nanny, unskippable OP.
Yeah, you skip it anyway.
We're like we talking like
skip
Friends,
OP.
like Friends
Yeah,
level
yes,
unskippable?
yeah.
Some people
Your
are
hot
like,
take?
Yu Yu
You don't like
Hakusho
Friends.
has
I
the
don't like.
best
Well, I don't
OP.
like Friends.
I
but here's
The
the deal.
Nanny.
I think it's the Nanny.
Top
Yeah.
OP of all
The
time.
Nanny,
The
best
Nanny.
sitcom of the '90s. Get
How
the
dare you?
Friends- no,
Corey
just
in the
kidding,
House
Seinfeld.
has the best OP.
Corey in the House does have a pretty slamming OP. I'm not gonna
Corey in the
lie.
House is the greatest anime to
But,
ever exist.
but every time I watch the Nanny, because here's the thing, I watched the OP of the Nanny like all the way through the first season. So that's like what 24 episodes, 24 to 26 episodes.
How long is that
So
show?
that's 20. It's
Like
like
5
100
seasons?
something. It's 6 seasons. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
100 something episodes.
Okay.
But it grinds. It wears you down. It's 26 episodes a season.
Okay,
So like
that grinds
she was
you-
looking for about it like every time.
Anthony,
Is like mind numbing.
Anthony, that
at
grinds you down, but Mr. Sheffield,
doesn't,
5
because
times
it's-
an episode doesn't
No,
grind you
no, it
down.
doesn't.
More than
It
5.
don't. It
It
doesn't.
definitely is more.
Because it's endearing, it's charming.
Is that like the
she's-
show's catchphrase?
That's
Yeah,
her.
it
catchphrase.
is.
yeah,
That's
basic
her
kind
No,
of
but here's the thing. Like,
essentially.
it's like
Gotcha.
like the show also like makes fun of a lot of like 50s and 60s sitcoms. Because so like the whole like Mr. Sheffield and he's like Miss Fine, like that's like a
Yeah.
very like 50s
Yeah.
sitcom thing
Yeah.
that they like make fun of, and they do that like all throughout the show, like make fun of like 50s and 60s sitcoms. But like every episode at like it's like 2 minutes and 37 seconds, I'm just like boop, and then it's like da-da-da, and then it's like the title screen with like the name of the episode. And I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally what I do every
I'm like,
time for
yes.
One Piece. It's great.
By the way,
It's great. It's such a satisfying skill.
146 episodes, and Mr. Sheffield is Charles Shaughnessy.
That's, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know that name. I don't know from what, but it just sounds
been
very
in,
Is
like,
it
a
familiar.
from
bunch of
The
things.
Nanny?
like that. I know that.
Dare I
name.
say
No,
the
but like
name?
I'm guessing he's like been in other shit. 'cause
Wait,
that
is
just,
he
that
the-
name
He
sounds
has,
very
like-
familiar.
I looked at his IMDb. He's got like 150
Wait,
credits.
he's
so
not
I'm
the
sure
guy
he's,
from Pretty Woman, right?
No, that's Richard Gere.
Oh, they look the same to me.
I can't sing on podcasts. I forgot.
Oh my God,
Why?
Eamon? No,
YouTube.
I don't know if it was Eamon, but somebody
YouTube
told
does
me
not
that
Because you
allow
sound
Gere.
just like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's
It doesn't
gonna
matter.
strike
It
you.
doesn't matter.
What?
YouTube,
Really?
if you start singing a song, they will hit you harder
They
than
do.
yeah.
They do.
You can't like you
Was
can't
that
do
a
anything.
tree?
Yeah, I heard that too.
There's a storm right now.
There is a story.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
That should be fine.
Might have been a tree.
Here's
I
a-
hope our
here's
cars
a
are
Mom's
okay.
Got a Date with a
Yeah, it's
Vampire.
alright. What about
What?
Vampire?
Oh,
Mom's Got
I
a Date
don't
with a
like that
Vampire.
movie.
Oh, Mom's got. Oh, that's right. He was
Oh,
the
it is
guy.
him. Yeah,
That is the
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, Mom's
So
Got a
that
Date
just
with a
reminded me
Vampire.
of did anybody watch the greatest Disney Channel original My Babysitter's a Vampire?
Smart
Sure
House.
did.
What?
Smart House. Is the
Oh,
greatest
Smart
Disney
House
Channel
used to
original
scare
movie.
me as a kid.
What are you talking about?
Smart House was
You
really
want to
My
know
Babysitter's
why?
a Vampire
Do
is
you want to know
incredible.
why?
Did you have a
Smart
crush
House?
on her?
No. do you want to know why Smart House is the greatest DCOM? A, because it's got Leela from Futurama, and B, because C'est La Vie by Bewitched is in it.
Oh, that was her.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
all right. Actually, I recant. My Babysitter's a Vampire. Great, incredible. Best is Lemonade Mouth.
What
No,
about-
the best.
What?
Okay, all of you
Or-
are
or
wrong.
You're just gonna.
Or it's
This is Phantom of the Megaplex Erasure. That's
All
what
of
this
you
is.
are wrong because
That was a
by
really good
far
one. That was a really
the
good one.
best
I like that
decom is Halloween Town, the third
Oh,
one where they're in
basic.
high
Yeah, you're
school.
that
Where they're in
basic
high
shit.
school.
That's the second one.
Wait.
The
no,
third
that's
one's
the-
college.
No,
Third one's
Halloween
college.
Town High.
how
No,
Halloween
the
Town
third
what's-
one is
Is
high
it still
school.
the original, or are you like the new girl?
No, it's the original. The
No, I'm
third
sorry.
one-
You're right.
I thought
You're right.
only
You're
one
The
and
right.
third
two
one
were
is
good.
high school.
I thought 1 and 2 were good, and everything else.
Well, there was
everyone's
Halloween
like,
Town.
it's
There
No,
was Halloween
Return
Town.
to Halloween Town. The fourth
Yeah.
one is a different
I
girl.
thought Return
Yeah,
to
they
Halloween
just
Town was the
changed
second
her.
one.
Yeah.
No,
They're
that's
just
the
like,
fourth
eh.
one where she goes to college to witch you,
So which
and it's
one's
some
Halloween
random
Town High?
bitch.
Yeah.
The third one.
So,
Wait, so
Um,
what happens in the high school?
Okay, so she gets like a program going, Marnie, to have like kids from Halloween Town
Yes,
come be
okay,
like
yep, yep,
humans.
I remember.
To be like, oh, see, humans and monsters can intermix, and then like Lucas Gabriel's dad is all evil or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, I'm gonna
Spoilers! Oh my god!
yeah, really.
literally
movie from
suck my
You
dick.
didn't even get
Like,
a
what are you
chance
talking
to
about?
put the warning up.
And then he's all evil or whatever, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna do some spooky shit in like your schoolyard in the fucking mall, like some really like
oh yeah, shit was going down
cartoonishly
in the
villain-
mall. But that
villainous
is so like on par with those types of movies
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah.
it had to go down
Yeah.
at the mall.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
forbid the
Do you
mall.
guys remember that like really bad looking, which I thought was good looking at the time, CG movie like Scary Godmother? Or
I
whatever?
love
Yes!
it.
I
do.
love it so
Not
much.
insult
So
Scary
good.
Godmother.
That's
Like
so
the,
And
the
there
kid
was
that's
a
wearing
second
like
one,
the devil
too.
horn.
Both
Yes,
movies.
yes, yes, yes.
Both movies top tier.
Top
Thank you.
tier,
Okay.
absolutely.
There's a
Watch them
second?
in-
Yes.
Yes, that was like one of my favorite Halloween
Jesus.
traditions was watching that movie.
I
And then of
watched
course,
both
every
Nightmare
single
Before
year.
Christmas. Christmas.
Yep.
Nightmare Before
Nightmare
Christmas,
Before
too, for
Christmas.
sure.
I
Mm-hmm.
did
Nightmare
not
Before
realize
Christmas
it was the
is the
second
greatest
one.
Halloween movie ever made.
Absolutely.
No cap. Not
And
even
greatest
Halloween.
Christmas
And yeah, I was about to say,
And
and Christmas movie.
1977
Both.
movie, which is my favorite horror movie of all time, is not as good as Nightmare Before Christmas.
What?
Ooh.
Also, the other
That's my hot
the other
take.
decom, which is trying to.
Luck of the Irish, I would like an honorable mention.
I forgot
Oh,
about
Oh
that.
my
Yeah,
god!
yeah,
Doesn't he get
yeah.
like tiny?
Can you
Yeah, he like
read
shrinks.
us a
Same-
list?
Same
No,
kid
no,
in
wait, no.
Smart Town. Same kid in Smart House.
His mom.
Oh yeah, was it?
Yeah, same
I
kid in Smart
thought he
House.
gets tiny.
Oh,
No,
no,
his
she
grandpa
shrinks
gets tiny.
first.
His grandpa gets
Oh,
tiny.
he-
Bro,
yeah.
are we
yeah,
forgetting
somebody else shrinks
Twitches
first.
and
His
Twitches
mom.
too
Oh,
right
yeah,
now?
wait,
Are we
wait, wait.
forgetting
Slaps.
Tia and
So
Tamara
good.
Mori?
Yes, so
I could-
starring
good.
I
I'm
could
so
never
sorry for
forget
everyone
Twitches.
wearing
Oh, who
headphones.
could forget
Yeah.
Twitches?
You mean me,
or-
yeah.
Oh,
was
my
it
mic is gonna be
Minutemen?
clipping like a
Oh, that one
Meh.
kind of was meh.
Minutemen?
That one was-
I just remember that one only because like I thought the way they did the time travel was kind of fun.
Wait,
It
what,
was
Phil
still
of the
meh.
Future?
Minutemen?
Minutemen.
Oh, Minutemen. Oh, is that the one with the kid from Better Luck Charlie or Good
Yeah.
Luck
Good Luck Charlie,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, Good Luck Charlie.
Better
That's
Luck
a
Charlie.
Slammer of a show.
Good.
Yeah,
That's a good show.
kind of a banger. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a
That'll
slammer.
be.
Yeah, that'll be Whipper. Let me tell you.
Also, Zeke and Luther loved that.
I don't
show.
remember
I
that.
don't know
Never
what
watched
the
it.
Didn't
fuck
watch
that
that.
is.
It was a
Just
skate.
making
It was
shit up.
it was the skater guys.
Yeah, you good. I mean,
It was
like,
a
what's to
ska-
say?
it was a
What's to say?
skateboarder show.
I saw
didn't
like
even
2
skateboard,
episodes.
but
It was good. I
Wait,
didn't
was that
watch
on
it, though.
like?
I'm
it
like
was on
sweat.
XD.
The
I
was
was
on
about
XD.
to be like
XD.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is anybody
DX.
else like sweating arguing
Yeah,
about Diddy
literally,
Kong's?
literally.
No. We have to still fight about our favorite decom movie. I'm still feeling like I'm forgetting like a major one.
High School
Can you-
Musical.
Yes.
Oh, there's High School
obviously.
Musical.
Oh,
Oh
High
my
School
God,
Musical
that
is
was- that was
hard.
a
Even
nasty
though
first.
High School
Hard.
High School
Musical
Musical still goes
2,
hard, for sure.
the summer break one,
Yeah,
is superior.
I
mean
did
the
not
summer-
really
Okay.
watch
Is that the one with the where
With
they're
the
playing
resort?
baseball?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't dance.
I
yet.
can
Yeah.
do this,
And
you
they're
can do
super
that.
gay for each
Not
other.
allowed to sing. We're gonna get striked.
Yeah, we're gonna
apparently.
copyright strike.
But
You're telling me Zac Efron having his moment on the golf course isn't the
Yeah.
Oh,
greatest
is that what he's
moment
like?
in
Yeah.
cinema? In cinema.
When he's singing "Bet on It" and he's like really going for
Yeah.
it.
Okay, wait, but I've only seen the third one once,
Oh, I've never
and
seen
it
the
took
third
me.
one.
I only
so
saw the
many-
third one
I think I
It
was
took
too
me
old
I didn't see
so
the third
many
one. It's not good.
years
I was too old
to
for
watch
it.
it, but honestly, all of those songs bang.
Really?
All of them bang so hard.
like
When I was a
Sharpay's
maid,
song with that
I would
other
just
girl.
jam out to these songs, and I hadn't even seen the movie yet. Like that's what caused me. That I was like, oh, maybe I should, because I was trying to listen to a High School Musical like playlist while I was cleaning, and then the songs from the
Why
third one.
that of all things to listen to?
Okay, I would work every single day, cleaning 8 hours a day, if not
You
more.
were like, I'm bored.
I'm running out of things. I gotta keep going, and we were listening to regular
keep the
Disney.
vibe going,
yeah, we're listening to regular Disney music. I would listen to musicals, and then why not High School Musical? Combine those.
Yeah, there we go. Best of both
That's
worlds.
fair.
Yeah.
Like, straight
Speaking
up.
of best of both worlds, Hannah Montana.
Oh my God.
Like that segue? Yeah.
No, like guilty pleasure. I always really liked Lemonade Mouth. Like going back to
No,
that,
I think
thought
that
the
was good.
soundtrack
That's
was
also
great.
the
I
girl
think
from
yes.
Good Luck Charlie.
yeah,
Yeah.
that also the like keyboardist guy is Luther and Zeke and Luther.
Sure.
The
He
redhead?
He raps, yeah, he raps.
Oh, all right. No,
He
thanks.
was-
I'm out.
Oh wait,
No,
no.
I'm out.
I think
don't
I've never
remember
actually listened to
Lemonade
all of his
Mouth.
things, but like he could.
Did
He did it
anybody
pretty good.
watch The Act? It was a Hulu special.
Oh, is that the one
No.
about the girl who like kills her mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So this is
Munchausen's
not
She's
a
like in
By
the,
proxy?
Yes.
she's in the wheelchair.
Yeah,
Not-
yes,
yeah.
not
I
a
did.
decom.
Because
Not
there
a
was this
decom.
guy,
Not a decom.
the like boyfriend in that, or the guy who plays the boyfriend, was also on Disney Channel. But I think he was in what's it called, like Allie and
Oh.
AJ. He was that like annoying redhead.
Yes.
Yo,
That was
skinny
him.
one?
Yeah.
Allie and
I
AJ?
thought he did such a good job at that role
Right?
because you wanted to feel bad for him, even though he was such a piece of shit.
Everyone
like,
was a piece of shit.
Yeah, like, but you just want like I think he did such a good
He
job
did a
with
really
that.
good
yeah.
job.
But anyways, Allie and
We're
AJ.
talking about Allie and AJ right now. Cowbells.
Oh,
Where they work at the
bad.
yogurt factory. They're like
Wait,
the
what did
spoiled
I
rich
say?
kids. I don't remember. Allie and AJ honestly still have some bangers.
That's what you said.
Like, potential
that
breakup
wasn't
song?
the show.
Still kind of a heater.
Potential breakup
Potential
song.
breakup
A
song.
bop.
Didn't
Still
they,
a heater.
They did a uncensored
Yeah,
version.
they did.
Like
They
a
did
year
uncensored
ago.
a while
Yeah.
ago.
No,
I
I
heard
don't
about
even
that.
think- I don't
Whips
even think
too.
it was that long.
Oh,
ago.
but yeah, that slammed.
Yeah,
Yep.
it still whips. Like it's still good.
Austin and
Was
Allie, that's
was
what
even
it's called.
Stevens
Oh,
Disney
yeah,
Channel?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even Stevens.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was
That was a
Disney
good
Oh wait a
Channel
minute,
or
My
not.
Life with Derek.
That
Wait,
was a
which
great
one
one.
was
I
that?
really
Wait,
liked
Like
it.
the
wait,
stepbrother
don't-
and stepsister.
Wait,
Living
Stevens
Life with
Stevens
Derek?
is the one with Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope.
The
I
Even
like that
Stevens
No, they
movie,
started dating in real life, and
incredible.
that's why I got canceled.
Yeah,
that's
really?
what it
that's the
was.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh my
No,
god.
yeah, because
So
then there was
there's
there
Life
was
with
too much
Derek,
chemistry
which was like
on the show, and they're like,
which was like two families come
cancel.
together
That's
type
what I'm
deal,
planning.
Uh-huh.
and the main
Doing damage
female lead and
control.
the main male lead started dating.
Yeah.
and there were supposed to be step siblings in the show,
That
so
is
it was.
so-
So then they.
Oh, so it turned
Funny.
into
They,
an anime.
they ain't about the anime life. For
yeah,
like
it turned into an anime.
Turned into domestic girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yo,
which-
look up the life
hey,
with
talk
Derek
about
OP,
good
please.
OPs. Talk about good OPs and a
that
very,
song
very
goes so hard
not
for no
great
reason.
show.
That
Why is
show
it attached
is
to that
incredible,
fucking
excuse
show?
It's so good.
That
It's
show
so,
is like
I
top
have
tier
that
trash.
song
Hey,
on
when you're watching
my
Domestic
playlist.
Girlfriend.
Oh no, I love that.
Oh, I don't know.
that-
When am
that
I watching
OP.
Domestic?
Oh, you need to
honestly,
watch it. I told you.
If
need
you
to
won't watch
it.
it on your own, I will choose
Is it
it
on
as
Fun
a-
Animation?
as an
We
anime
can all
club.
sit together and rewatch it.
We could.
I
would.
I'd do that.
I would do
We have
that.
to find the uncensored version though.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Or you can
it's
do
on
a
Verve.
call.
Well,
I
am I
haven't-
gonna see- am I gonna-
I have
what
not
means
seen
Sage
it.
Am I gonna
did?
see some titty?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you sure are.
100%.
You
It's on,
sure are.
it's on
what,
Verve.
what me and Sage did was we watched the regular episode and then we found out it was uncensored.
Yeah,
and
I
it was like,
told
how
them.
do we find the uncensored? It's like, oh, it's just on Pornhub.
That
Okay,
too.
Sage, and we were on video call. We were just like, okay, so I'm just gonna go.
Okay,
on
so
Pornhub
let's
and watch
just
this. Go to Pornhub and
find
watch
this real quick.
Come on,
But,
you know if I
it is
peruse
also
the
on Verve
PH
now.
for this, please.
What?
It's on Verve.
Oh, it's on
What's
Verve
on
now.
Verve?
Uncensored.
High Dive does like uncensored stuff.
Oh, awesome.
They're the ones that do Don Machi also. So,
Wait, Don Machi has an uncensored version?
well, not like they're the ones that do like mature shows.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's
Don
what you
Machi
mean.
has the
Yeah.
mature rating.
Yeah, yeah.
So I also want to bring attention to arguably the best Disney Channel OP out of both animated and live action
This could be a
programming.
hot take.
on that
Kim
show.
I
Possible.
can feel it.
No. Second best.
Okay.
It's a good
Second.
one.
Funny enough, I was gonna say that was the second best.
Okay.
Phineas and Ferb is the best.
Well,
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Hot
Bowling
take.
for
Phineas
Soup.
and
Bowling
Ferb
for
is the
Soup.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bowling
Bowling
for
for
Soup.
Soup does
All of
not
those
miss
songs
with
out of the
OPs.
park.
They really do
They
not.
do not miss.
They didn't
did
miss
that
it that
entire
song in
show.
general. They did all the music
They're
in that
just-
show.
and
They're
great.
just good in
You're
general.
Love
Also,
Handle.
every
Nobody's
episode-
better than
which-
Love Handle.
That was so good.
Every
live,
episode
live
with Love
studio
Handle.
audience. Live studio audience. You're telling me that if you hear there's 104 days of summer, you're not jamming the fuck out
But,
to
like,
that?
Did
They-
anybody
but-
else question that like the 104 days thing though? I feel like
I always did.
I was
Yeah,
like, I was
but
like,
like
hold
it
on.
slaps so
No.
hard that you're like, fuck it.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only,
Yeah,
the only thing
whatever.
I,
This is
I
bowling
ever
for
questioned.
soup.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning that.
The only thing I ever
They say
questioned
high
was
school
after
never
like
ends, right?
3.
I
Yes,
think they did,
yes.
yeah.
The
Goes
only thing
hard.
I ever questioned was that like after
Mhm.
3 years of the show being on, I was like, well,
I think
when-
it's
when-
over.
When do they?
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
Well, they
when,
have, like,
when
a
do they
movie
go to
coming out.
school
They
and then
had
get to
a-
the
Yeah,
next
like a movie,
summer?
right?
They
had-
had
they
a
have
Christmas,
3 movies, I think.
Like a
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah.
They were then on
They had a
winter
Star Wars
break
one.
or something.
They
Yeah,
had-
they
Star
have a Star
Wars.
Wars. Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
a Star Wars.
Oh, yeah,
one.
they did have a Star Wars
Wait,
special.
is the show still going?
No.
No,
Oh,
it
okay.
ended.
It's been off for a
It
while.
does have like a spiritual successor through Murphy's Law. It's
don't
like
know.
a show about this guy who basically
Could
works
be.
through Murphy's Law. Like everything that can go wrong happens to him.
Oh,
That
sounds
interesting.
awful.
Doofenshmirtz shows up in like the second season to become like a main character.
Oh,
He
that's
sure
cool.
could.
Cool.
I love him.
That's great.
Yeah, no, because I followed Dan Palmer, the guy who like one of the guys that created.
Yeah.
On TikTok. And
Oh, yeah?
he talks about like a bunch of stuff. He also, by the way, he was the guy that like directed the episode for Shapoopy.
That's really funny.
Shapoopy.
For
Family
Guy.
Family Guy.
Oh, Shaboopy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the one that did that. He put that together. He's also worked on like The Simpsons and a bunch of other stuff. But
Naturally.
yeah, so
I feel like
doesn't-
everybody
he-
who's ever been like a big name in animation
In
has
anime.
worked
In
on
anime.
Yeah, in anime. Anybody who's like
Worked on Family Guy.
has worked on either Family Guy, The
Or The
Simpsons,
Simpsons, yeah.
or South Park,
Yeah.
yeah, but so he
The real big
he talks
three.
about like
or King
Murphy,
of the Hill.
he talks about Murphy's Law
The real
sometimes.
big.
and he's like, yeah, nobody really watched it because it went on to Disney XD and nobody knew about that. So
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember
Yeah,
Disney
it only
XD
got, like,
was
2
just like
seasons. Yeah, 'cause I
I
didn't
could
know
never
it was
watch
It's
it.
still a thing, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
but so that's why sometimes he'll be like, but it is on Disney Plus.
It's
If
like,
anyone
cool,
wants to
red
watch it,
stuff
maybe
is-
get it some views again. We can bring it back.
Yeah, Disney
Uh,
XD was always like this is cool red stuff
I
for
thought,
teens.
I
Yeah.
thought
Like,
Disney
like that
XD
shit.
was for like skaters, so I never watched
what
it.
I
Zeke
think,
Luther
like,
was.
I think like 7 out of like the 14 original programming that was on Disney XD was about skateboarding.
Yeah.
Because I think they thought that only prepubescent boys only liked skateboarding.
The real
They're
problem
not wrong,
was that like
but-
Disney XD and then like whatever the Nickelodeon equivalent of that was
Teen Nick.
Nicktoons.
or whatever
Teen
it was.
Nick.
Or
Teen
Teen-
Nick.
It
oh,
wasn't.
Teen
It
Nick,
wasn't
yeah,
Teen.
yeah,
It wasn't Teen Nick or whatever. They had another
They
channel
also
that was like
changed
right
their
next
names
to
a
it.
million times.
really
so
did.
That
They
was
really
only
all the time.
I could
Doesn't
only
matter what
watch
you
that
call
in
it.
one TV in my house, and it was where my parents usually watch TV. So I never got to watch those things. But like if everyone was out of the house, I would go there, and Avatar would always be on that TV, and I would just watch it. I was like,
Yeah.
why is this show so good?
It's,
Wait,
Avatar's the
also,
best.
Little
like,
did I
so-
know, Avatar is one of the greatest animated things ever created.
Yeah,
It's an
big
anime.
facts.
Fight me.
Yeah. Also,
take.
like
He's right.
I feel like Disney XD is like if the Nick show Rocket Power was just made into
Oh,
a
Rocket Power
channel.
sucks.
What's Rocket
Get
Power?
the fuck out of my house.
Fuck out of his house.
Actually get out of my
Sight
house.
with that shit.
Actually leave my
Every
house.
single time Rocket Power came on, that was an immediate flip.
What's
bro.
Rocket
Get out
Power?
of
How
my
I don't know what
sight.
Rocket
dare
Power is.
you.
Yeah.
She wasn't here when Rocket Power was airing.
Oh wait,
yeah.
when
Who
did it
wasn't
air? Me.
In
like
the
late
country.
90s.
I was like,
Oh
what?
yeah, no, I
Late
wasn't
90s to maybe the early 2000s.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I
How
don't think
old were
all of
you
us
when you
rewatched
came
like
over?
watched reruns
5?
at that
I
point.
watched
right?
a ton of Rocket
feel
Power.
like it
growing
Also,
up.
on by then.
Rugrats.
Oh,
Like,
Rugrats.
still.
Right.
Rugrats is great.
No,
Did you
because-
see?
Yo, do you remember
did
that
you see
movie
the-
when
the-
Tommy was just gonna fucking kill his brother?
Yeah, it was
What?
great. Yeah.
Dill?
Yeah, the first
The
Rugrats movie. He was gonna murder
He's-
Dill.
Yeah, he was gonna he has like a thing of bananas over, and he's like, "You like bananas, huh?"
They were on a bridge. It was very implied he was
Bro,
gonna murder
all
his
right, all right, here we go.
It was raining. There was a
I want to
lightning
discuss
strike.
this.
I only remember the one on the orange tape where the Chucky's dad met the French woman.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. That's the
That's
second
the
movie.
third.
Rugrats in
Third
Paris.
one, Rugrats in Paris.
That one's
What was the
incredible.
second?
Here's the deal. Every single Rugrats movie deals with like some like deep-seated
Really?
family trauma.
Yeah, it
Well,
really
that
does.
one obviously does
Yeah,
because of the
it's
mom.
like the first one is like Dill, like Tommy tries to kill Dill.
Because
I
he's-
forgot
he's
what the
not getting
second one
attention.
I
was.
don't
'Cause
think
he's
I've
jealous,
seen
yeah.
it.
I forgot what the second one was, but the third one is about like Chucky processing his
Yeah.
mom's death.
Yeah,
shit.
and
And
then
then
finding
woman
new love
coming
in it.
in-
Yeah,
yeah,
finding
yeah.
new love in
And
his
that
mom.
it'd be okay
And
to
then
have
at
a
the end of
new
the
mom.
movie-
That they were like,
Yeah.
this is what we should tackle and show kids.
And then at the end of the movie, like Chucky's like flying on the plane and he looks into the clouds and like they form into his mom and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what? The
Yeah.
No,
I
but
remember like
straight
being
up, Tommy's
close
gonna
to
kill his
tears
brother.
when I was a child.
I need to
at
watch
that.
this.
I'm
What the
so
fuck?
It's
lost.
insane,
Yeah,
bro.
literally, like,
I didn't watch the Rugrats.
It's
At all?
just
No.
it's nuts. Also, then they got the like the older version of Rugrats Grown Up.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
all
all
grown
Grown
that
Up?
whipped. All
Oh,
that
wait.
was
Good show.
so good.
Wait, the opening for that, I can't remember it, but I just remember that also goes.
I really wanna. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say.
I do remember that one being good. I don't
Yeah.
remember it either though. Like you're
But
right.
like but if it started playing, I bet you I could sing the whole fucking thing.
I just
like
gave
I
you-
just
I
need
just
that
gave you
one
a couple
trigger,
bucks.
and then I'm good.
All grown up, I really wanna
Wait,
yeah, but I
something,
need the
something.
beginning,
all
like, I
grown
need the
up with
beginning.
Similar
you.
to that called All
that if that's too
That.
I
much.
can't wait for
Oh,
this
not
to be
all
our
that,
first
all
episode.
All,
and get
all that was
immediate,
like the
copyright
Amanda show
stricken.
kind of thing.
No, no,
Yeah, it
no.
was like
wasn't,
this SNL
there,
program.
there
Okay, I'm
was
tone
an
deaf. It
animated
won't
show
sound right.
of like teens, but it wasn't the Rugrats.
Oh,
But it was
16?
16?
like no, no,
16?
no, 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 no.
Yo, did you guys watch that?
Ginger's house or whatever?
Oh,
As told by
the
Ginger.
grass is,
Yes!
as told
Me
by
and Liz
Ginger.
used to
Grass
sit
is always
in our
greener on
house-
the other
Wait,
side.
Yeah, we used to sit there
Did-
watching this show over and over again. We watched that, South Park, what else?
Oh, so you're
These
talking about like
other
Code Lyoko?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Code
That was a
Lyoko.
great show.
Slam.
Does not hold up.
Yeah, probably not.
It
You
held up
tried.
when I watched
It
it
does
in like
not.
late
Probably
middle
not.
school. So
I
I'm
tried
gonna leave
rewatching
there.
it like last year, and I was like, oh.
You know they got like a sequel series and it was live action.
Yeah, I
Oh.
do
Did
know
they
that.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's like it's canonical. But
it was like 10 years ago. It was like
Yeah.
at least over 10 years ago. So don't like,
But,
expect anything good.
Oh no, you're right. It
16.
was
They can't
as
even
told
make
by Ginger.
Good
Yeah, great
live
show.
action things now. Like, why would it be good back then? Like,
Also,
it's
what was up with
way
cartoons
worse.
back then? Like the weird like Hey Arnold, like the weird like body shapes of everybody.
That's
Like,
just
Hey
Football Head.
Arnold.
Football Head.
Yeah, like
I think it was
Ren
just
and
to
Stimpy.
like distinct the characters, you know?
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
you could like.
I love the character design in
Yeah.
Hey Arnold.
No,
Hey
I'm not
Arnold's
saying
great.
it's bad. I'm just
It's
saying
a
like,
really good instant way to like make them different and instantly
Well, yeah,
recognize
when you
it's,
think
and,
about it-
and
when
it's
you
the
think about
first
it,
Western
younger-
foray into tsunderes.
Well,
It's
when you think
kinda
about
like
it too,
the,
it's like younger kids are watching these shows, so like you need to
Right.
have some like visual.
It has to be like
distinction of, who these
automatically
people are.
identifiable. It's kind of
Yeah.
like you think about like I'm gonna bring like Overwatch into this. They have every character is like immediately recognizable
For
by
sure.
shape.
Right.
It's the same kind of idea.
Yeah.
By the
Fair
way, rewatched a little bit of Hey Arnold around Christmas because I wanted to watch the Christmas special. Holds the fuck
It's
up.
still
Oh my
so
god.
good, dude.
Oh my god.
So good.
I think I cried a little bit.
Hey Arnold is like one of is like top. I
I
think like
also
2
did
or
not
3
watch
of,
that.
of Nickelodeon's.
Did you
Oh,
watch
it's- okay.
anything?
Sage, all you ever have to do is watch the Hey Arnold Christmas special.
Okay.
I
You
think
should
that-
you
you
should
should watch the show,
you could
too.
watch the whole show. The whole show is
where
amazing.
is it?
Probably streaming
It
on
was
Nick's website.
Hulu or Netflix. I don't
Does
remember.
Nick have a streaming
No.
site?
I don't
No.
think they do.
I
Right?
think it's just the one. Yeah,
It was
it's
Hulu or
website
Netflix.
based.
I watched it on.
Okay.
I do
I watched
highly
might-
recommend
Hulu,
watching.
I think
minimum
does have
of
a
that.
lot of Nick stuff. I think.
Hulu.
Yeah,
I think it's
so.
Hulu. Yeah.
Yeah, like because Hey Arnold, great. That was one with Stoop Kid, right?
Stoop
Kid.
Kids
Yeah.
afraid
Yeah,
to leave
Stoop
the
Kid.
stoop.
Yeah, fucking love Stoop Kid.
Stoop Kid's
That
great.
was like one of the first episodes too.
And you know like first interaction with Tsundere is.
I mean,
with
Helga,
with
yeah.
Helga.
Oh,
yeah.
Helga's
Helga is
sister.
just.
Helga
She has the
Pachowski.
meat shrine of Arnold in her closet.
Oh.
No, is it a gum?
Oh my
gum or
god, it was
meat?
made out of
It was
gum.
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 Meat is so dark.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Thought it was meat. What do you want from
Did
me?
nobody else catch that?
No, what do you
Okay.
say?
He just goes,
Maybe
yeah,
there's
it's
a
made out of
little in
gum.
there.
A gum.
Oh,
My
okay.
God.
All right.
We
Hate
all know what she
Anyway,
No.
um,
Not
that
the
robot
Boss.
chick,
You're
that
saying she's
robot
a
chicken
semen
skit with
demon.
her cutting his
Hey,
face
Arnold.
off is accurate.
yeah, probably. I actually had a question for the group.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hit
I
me.
came
Wait, I had a
prepared with
question before
today.
you.
Okay.
Okay,
Damn,
okay.
alright.
Sage then.
I'll just go fuck myself. I
Yeah.
guess. Like,
Hey, hey,
Damn.
go fuck yourself while you wait.
By the way, Courage the Cowardly Dog, one of the greatest.
I
wasn't allowed to watch
I wasn't
Couldn't
allowed
watch
to
it before
watch
bed.
either.
Couldn't watch it before bed,
I
but it was a
wasn't
great
allowed to
show.
watch
didn't mean to
Ed, Ed,
say
and
that,
Eddie
I was
either.
just-
My
Oh,
parents
Ed,
wouldn't
Ed,
let
Ed,
me
Ed,
watch it. I
Ed,
still
Ed,
watched it. That was
Love
my
Ed,
favorite
Ed,
That was
Ed,
cartoon.
my favorite cartoon.
That was my
growing up.
favorite cartoon. They always were like, "You should turn that off. That's garbage. It's awful." I'm like, "This is some of the
Like,
best
this is
top
high
tier
quality.
comedy."
Like this is
It's so
incredible.
great.
I go back, I watch Ed and Eddie now. I'm like, this is so fucking high tier. It's so
It's
funny.
so good.
It's so well animated. Everything about it is good.
But like, Courage the Cowardly Dog, I think like set a tone for me to how to like understand horror.
I know. I was about to say, if I'm being real, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like, I really like horror movies. So like,
Whisper
I
me
think
the
that like
question, Sage.
made me like horror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like, it
feel
got
like
me.
No, that's
into-
actually why
It
I
made
wasn't
me
allowed to watch
dislike
it.
horror.
It made me-
Because
it made
I
me
would
hate
cry,
horror.
and then they're like, no more.
It made me
Yeah.
realize
No,
that
no,
I'm
no.
a giant coward. Sage, what was your question?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Kat said earlier something about, oh, this is the real big three, and you had said The Simpsons and Family Guy, but then you didn't say a third one.
No, it was
South Park, I guess.
Oh, South Park.
probably South Park.
Would you consider that the third of like the
I don't
big
know, I
three?
just-
Of
for
like
West
adult
I was
Coast?
just making a
animation.
joke.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No,
I
I
don't-
thought that
in
was
terms
a
of
good thing.
influence,
if
for
we're
sure.
if we're talking like it's still like honestly, I feel like I'd want to replace Family Guy with Futurama.
Ooh, that's
Uh,
I never watched
Futurama
Futurama.
is
Futurama
one
came,
of the best
Futurama came too late.
sitcoms.
It's
I
one of the
think
best, but it
I
came
think
too late.
Futurama is not as like referenced, if that makes
I
sense.
guess
Which is
that's fair.
unfortunate because
Yeah,
it is
it's
honestly
really
just
good.
like
Futurama,
so
hot
high
take,
quality.
Futurama's better than The Simpsons.
Futurama's the
Futurama
best.
is
Yeah,
so much better than The
It's
Simpsons.
possibly hot. I think Futurama is the best out of all of those adult cartoons.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I think
wholeheartedly.
it is.
Futurama was the most consistent. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, it was
consistently good
incredibly
all the way
consistent.
through.
But I
Yeah.
will say that I have not watched a lot of South Park like at all.
South Park's
I've-
really
I
good.
don't think
I've ever
I
watched
think
any
it fell off
Simpsons.
after a
I've
little bit
watched
for,
the
for a little
most-
while at
For
least.
sure.
I think like even though I'll watch like modern episodes and sometimes with the political commentary they hit it like to a T and they do a
And
really
they
good
always
job.
have.
They
Like,
do a
they've always
they do
been
a really good
It's always
job
been
of
that.
never being like too far left or too far right and just really making fun of literally everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's my favorite part
South-
about it. It
Sou-
keeps you grounded a bit.
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
South Park definitely had its golden age in like the Bush administration.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think
yeah.
that's because like that was just cannon fodder all the time.
That was just like really easy targets
Exactly.
and hitting it perfectly.
Exactly.
I also do want to say like adult animation, one of the absolute best, Venture Brothers.
I haven't seen
I
less
thought
known-
you were gonna say
I
Kingdom
know.
Less
Hill or something.
known.
No,
it's
that's
still,
a really good one.
it
haven't-
still
I don't know
stands
what
as
that
one
is.
of my absolute favorite
Never even
television
heard of
shows of
it.
all time. The
I
Venture
hear so many
Brothers.
people talk about it
It's
and I
it's
don't
been
know
running
What is
for
it?
Where is it streaming? Do you know?
Hulu.
Hulu?
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch Ugly Americans?
Yes.
I
love
yes.
loved
Ugly
that
Americans.
show. I'm so
That
upset
was my
that like
favorite.
oh
When it
my
was-
god,
when it
that
was
one was the
airing,
best.
that was my
I saw it
favorite.
advertised
Absolutely the
all the time, but I
best.
never
So
watched
Was
it.
that no?
was
What
on
am I
MTV,
thinking
right?
of? The Oblongs?
You're thinking of something completely different.
Oh,
yeah,
the family where
Oblongs.
like everyone's like deformed.
No.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that was
Different. That's the
Adult Swim,
Oblongs.
Oh, I
think. That was
love
Adult Swim.
that
That was a good show.
Ugly
Will Ferrell
Americans,
like produced that, I
incredible.
think.
Oh, really?
Also, the
Yeah.
Demon Girl.
Wait,
so
what's
hot.
Callie?
Ugly American?
Callie, yeah.
So hot. That was like probably one of the first things where I was like, I guess I would bang someone that's not human. Because that Demon Girl, really hot.
Yeah.
But that was
My
her whole
God.
character.
Yeah,
was
that is that she
literally
was
that
hot.
she's hot.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it was just, and I loved the Wizard.
No, yeah,
What's it called?
Ugly,
Ugly
Ugly
Americans?
Americans is
Yeah.
actually one of my biggest influences. Like
So
whenever I write
good.
something, it always ends up being like in the style of Ugly Americans.
Literally, okay, wait. So when I was, because this was when, like, what we were in, like, early high school.
Early high school, late middle school.
Yeah. What I had recorded on my fucking TV was literally Ugly Americans, Adventure Time, and then
Yes.
the Food Network. Don't
Oh, I
have me.
love Food
It's good, a good trifecta, honestly.
Yo,
the Food Network's underrated. Like
Seriously.
Food Network
Is
so much
great.
Yeah.
good
when
shit.
when,
I-
when
although-
Man vs. Food was
but
on there, that was like all I
would
watched.
like to
Dude.
say, hot take, fuck Giada, or whatever
Who?
that bitch's name is, the skinny one, who's like
Well,
Italian.
from what show? What are we talking about?
Excuse you.
Giada's Kitchen, Gianna, Giada.
Oh,
Wait, you mean the Italian lady?
Yeah.
No,
How
no,
dare
no, no, no,
you.
no. I
Oh.
like her. I don't like
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh yeah, wait, I can do that. gonna do.
Doing something cool.
She's such a fake skinny bitch. I'm like, you don't eat a
she's not
single thing you make.
Are we,
That
talking, are we talking about the
skinny?
wrong person?
I have no
She's
idea
not
who this
skinny at
is.
all.
No,
So
she's
you
No,
ate
like,
her?
you're
She's like
talking
an
about
old
someone else.
Italian grandmother.
no,
that's
she's not old
Lydia.
at all.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my
All
sweet
right.
queen,
All
Lydia.
right.
Oh, okay.
Love
we-
her.
Who's
I
Lydia?
love Lydia.
Who's
Dude,
Lydia?
my dad's one of my dad's
I don't
best
know, some
friends
old
used to work
Italian
for
lady.
her.
Okay.
She's a queen.
Is she Barefoot Contessa? No, her name is.
I hate barefoot Contessa. No.
The fuck are you
talking about?
She
She's also on Food
drowns
Network.
everything in fucking like rum. I think that's what I
Oh!
remember.
That's delicious.
It's not like Jamie.
I also like
Oh my
Pioneer
god,
Woman.
we're talking like
She's
cooks
so
who like
trashy.
put like
No,
the
I
same
didn't like
ingredients
that.
in everything. You can't like make a Jamie Oliver recipe without doing like chili, lemon, olive oil.
The creme fraiche.
a little bit credit, or like some Greek yogurt or some shit. I'm
Yogurt
just like,
fresh.
all right, Jamie, do something different.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep.
But then,
What if
That's
I
just
lactose
remember.
intolerant?
I remember when they're making fun of that in South Park. Those were such good episodes where
Yeah,
they're
when
making
they
fun of him.
Jamie
Yep.
Oliver,
Yeah.
So good.
120%.
Well, because I feel
I
like
love
it,
Jamie
I
Oliver,
feel like
though.
because it all started with like Emerald, right? Where he was just like every time he'd be like,
Yeah, he's like,
bam.
bam.
Yep. Yep.
And then
Dude,
they
Emerald
needed
taught
their
me-
bam.
Emerald taught me how to scream, dude.
The only
Like, oh,
valid
bam.
Food Network person out there is Guy Fieri.
Guy
Guy Fieri is a
Yo,
hero.
Flavor Town.
Yeah,
Guy Fieri
literally.
is genuinely like I'm being 100%
Such a good
right
guy.
now. Genuinely a great guy.
Such
Yeah,
a
also
good guy.
he,
It
he
is my-
ships his car everywhere.
It is
Yeah.
my opinion that he is just like a top tier person because his whole show is just I'm going to go find a small local business food establishment. I'm going to talk them the fuck up. I'm going to make their food look delicious, and I'm going to drive people to this restaurant.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go do it to another one.
And
Also-
then you're like, then I'm gonna leave.
Did you see?
I'm
did you
going
guys
to
see
show
how
you
he-
the
What a
greatest
single
side
time
of
there's a natural
American
disaster.
food.
Every single time there's a natural disaster, him and his team are like on site providing like food for
Aw.
like people and
That's
like,
awesome.
essential workers and
Did,
stuff like
did
that.
you guys see
Such
what
a
he
cool
did
dude.
for the like how he filmed the show during COVID?
No.
What, the
No.
grocery
he
games
would-
one or
No, like the
DDD,
yeah,
right?
Triple D.
Yeah.
He'd contact like ones that he had been to before, or I think some of them were like he hadn't been to, but like to be like, hey guys, these things are open, they're doing curbside, and he would like they would ship him their food, and then he'd make it and like talk to them while he was making
what
it
a
how they
king.
wanted it
Oh.
prepared.
What a
Aw.
king.
And then he'd eat it with his sons or whatever. Like his sons would help him make it.
Aw.
Yeah, he has two
That's really
sons,
nice.
right?
People give him so
Yeah.
much
They're
shit for
also
his
super
fashion
chill.
sense, but they
Yeah.
don't see the real guy.
Yeah.
What do you
No,
mean?
guys,
They don't
that
see the real
that
guy,
man is
you know?
peak high fashion. The frosted tips,
Yeah.
You're telling me
the
that-
never-ending supply of bowling shirts that are
the
entirely
Prada
so big.
bowling shirt.
Yeah.
Steal his look.
Like,
Yeah, but like
What
a
a king.
I think one of his sons like helps film it, like because it's like a remote thing. It's like really cool, and he would like, and at the end of the episode, he'd be like, by the way, here's like where they're located, like here's the number or whatever, how to order stuff curbside, like.
what a king, dude.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you
That's
so
what I love
much.
about him.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool that like a bunch of if any of the shows that like on Food Network that were about like going to places, a lot of them did that, like where
Yeah.
they'd be like, all right, cool, like let's still figure out how to like support the businesses that like we've helped.
For sure.
I know one of them who like my mom watches a lot, which is like the Pioneer Woman.
yeah,
Yeah, like she
the redhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
She did like her kids now like film the entire thing. Like it's
Oh,
her
that's
family
so cute.
exclusive. Like they're filming
Yeah,
on like
she's got, like,
iPhones
10
and
Oh,
stuff.
Jamie Oliver
so-
did the exact
Yeah,
same
like
thing.
they're filming it on the iPhones, and that's like while like whatever. It's really cool because it's funny because like watching it, you're like, oh, like I understand how they're doing this. Like they have like the fucking like iPhone like gimbals
Yeah.
and stuff, and they're
That's
filming
so
all
cool.
this. Yeah, it's really cool.
I love the Pioneer Woman. She will take like the most healthy food in the world, fucking kale. And she'll be like, all right, today we're going to make a lovely kale salad for my kids and my husband who are working on the ranch. And then she'll be like, take your one sprig of kale and now an entire pack of bacon and then some butter and some olive oil.
She
and
was
some
out here to
cream
make it
cheese
taste
and
good.
some cheese.
Well, also like because they're working on a farm, they need so much
I
calories.
know,
She's like,
but it's so funny because it'll be like, okay, and now we'll just top it with the one sprig of kale. on top.
That's like
the most unhealthy
I
shit
love her
ever.
so much.
they
Awesome.
just they're like, oh, this is definitely healthy. It's just a beautiful salad that I'm making right now. Look, cranberries. There you go.
It's healthy.
Yeah,
There was
like
something in
literally,
there.
there was always something just to like bring it back, just to be like healthy.
And if she ever did like a full-on like
Healthy
healthy little
queen. Yep.
thing, it'd be like the next 3 meals were the most unhealthy thing, and it'd be like offset the one healthy meal she did actually
Yep.
make.
incredible.
I love her
woman.
so much.
She's
And,
really funny.
Yeah, and it's like funny because you're watching it and you're like, how are any of them not 500 pounds? But like they
'Cause
run
they're
a
working
farm
on
and
it,
they're
yeah.
all
So
like
they're
ripped.
all like
They're all
that.
shredded.
Yeah, all of her kids or her husband are like, all right, we're ready to eat.
We're ready to eat.
I'm not that
Olympic
much of a
himbos,
fan
like in the family.
of her show, but from the episodes, like I do remember, like I like the ones that are almost like funny, just because you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Speaking
why
of like
is this
incredible
happening?
food shows, Food Wars.
Ugh,
See, I still haven't
Nope.
watched Food Wars.
don't do
No,
it.
I don't want to.
How dare you?
I'm not.
I
not
watched-
doing it.
seen Food
I
Wars.
watched like
Don't.
Okay.
half
It's an
of
anime.
season 1.
If you, yeah, we're
Yeah.
switching back.
We're
So-
switching back.
We're,
No,
we're,
I'm never
going,
gonna do
No,
that.
no,
we're
no,
going
no.
back to that
Food
thing we're
Wars?
supposed to talk
Okay,
about.
so
Yeah.
all right, all right.
If
I'm
you
gonna sell
want
you
to
on
watch
Food Wars.
something that you'll never be able to watch with a single person within
Yes.
a mile of you, Food
Yeah.
Wars.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me sell you
Yeah.
Food Wars.
Oh please.
I'm
Good
gonna
save.
tell you.
I'm buying.
I'm
Like-
gonna tell
Okay,
you a
can I-
quick
wait,
story.
That
wait,
was
wait,
that was a
wait,
very
wait.
accurate hand
Can I-
gesture.
Can I,
You don't even know it.
Anthony?
Go ahead,
Anthony,
please.
Can I sell you Food Wars in 2 words?
Sure.
Actually, it's 3.
Oh God.
No,
I don't
no,
know
no.
if I can
I
handle-
want to hear his
I don't know if
whole
I can handle
explanation
three.
first.
Okay, because I have 3 words that describe it
Yeah.
perfectly.
Okay.
Go ahead,
so
Mike.
I'm gonna tell you with a. I'm gonna start this with a quick story.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay. So my friend,
Yeah.
one of our lovely editors, Kieran.
Kieran?
He
Friend of the show.
yeah.
Good
so
lovely guy.
watching Food Wars on his laptop, as you do. And
Naturally.
then he was like, all right, cool. I gotta go study.
Oh,
Closes his laptop.
Oh,
And then he's like,
no.
all right, cool. He goes into
No!
he goes into our school's he was a comp sci at the time. Goes into like the comp sci's like study room. Dead quiet. He's like, all right, cool, let's work. Opens his laptop. It just starts playing. You just hear, oh my god! And like clothes explode.
So-
And he's like, and he slams his laptop. And goes, all right.
He's like, I can never come back here.
So the
I
way
would drop
this
out.
show works.
Rob it. Wait. Sage's turn.
So is
3
it
words.
not about food?
Oh,
No,
it's
wait,
about
no,
food.
it is. It is.
My perfect 3 words is literal food porn.
Yes. So, Food Wars is they make food so incredibly tasty
You just
that you
orgasm on
foodgasm
the
every time.
Orgasm on the spot.
Clothes
And so
rip
like
off.
clothes rip off, like explode, and they're like,
Yep.
oh my! But to be fair, most of them are all real recipes you can make. They all look
They all look
incredible.
really tasty.
And it's a shonen, so like it's
so
it's
they're
like a,
chopping so
like it's
lightning
like a
speed.
it's basically like a fighting anime, but just like food.
Cooking
so yeah,
instead of
they have
fighting.
like food battles and stuff. They have to like.
It is in fact
This shit sounds
Food
so
Wars.
cash. Like,
It's
I don't
amazing.
know.
It's
yeah.
so good.
It's
Imagine-
really
awesome.
popular.
Imagine
No. It's
chopped but
incredible.
on crack.
Yeah.
Chopped but on crack, and when you give it to the judge, they just orgasm.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Well,
They don't have any
it's-
criticism. They
it
just
And,
orgasm.
sounded
and
like-
you got
it is guys
food.
and
No, no,
girls.
no, no,
It
no.
is
You
equal
got
No, no,
opportunity
no, no.
stripping.
It sounded like a good show to me, and then I fucking saw a clip of this, and I was like, it's too much.
Yeah, but
It
you
is a
have
lot.
It's
you,
too
you,
much.
you
I
have a
couldn't.
line.
It's food, sex, and
Yeah.
fighting.
And it's
How
equal
could you not love
opportunity.
it?
Because
I
it's
will
both
say
male and
I
females.
also think it's too much because it's so like
No, it's great. It's the right amount.
over dramatic.
It-
You
where
can
too
never
much.
watch it in the room with other people though.
Let us
can't-
know
Yeah,
when you
alright.
watch it.
Yeah, I will.
No,
I
no one
can't.
can be in the fucking house. And you
Yeah,
need, you need to tell your neighbors to leave.
need
Yeah,
to
like,
be like-
off the block.
You,
Get out.
you need to be like, Mom,
God.
Dad, I have to go rent this hotel room for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm just
no
watching
reason
a show
why.
called Food Wars.
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
still have to use headphones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
no, still,
research,
yeah,
and then you
literally.
get
It is
into
a
the hotel
headphone
room.
show.
I'm going to the middle of the Sahara Desert to watch Food Wars.
You get
Like,
into the
still
hotel room, you
before
get
you
in
have
the
And I
bathroom.
still, yeah, I still have to be like, oh shit, there's a stray camel over there. He's gonna hear me watching Food
It is
Wars.
it is a headphone show.
Okay.
But it is really good. It's on Verve. You have my login for that.
I could.
You do.
Sure could.
You do.
right.
It's on Verve. I think there's only 5 seasons, but the 5th season I don't think is dubbed yet. So it's 1 through
Only
4.
5
is.
Wasn't it?
seasons.
on-
There's
only-
not
it's
that
only
much.
5
It's not
There's
on
not
that.
that
I think
much.
It's only
content.
just a huge
Sorry.
time
I think
commitment
what is
right
it?
now.
Sorry.
Netflix is not up to 4.
Oh, okay. So it's
like-
just like the first.
Yeah, like One Piece and like Naruto or whatever. It's just a small portion.
Yeah, I got cucked watching Yu-Gi-Oh because I thought, okay, I'm gonna watch all 5 seasons. Get to the end of season 3, I have to slog through watching Kaiba's stupid tournament, and then what's that other bitch's name? Noah's stupid virtual reality bullshit, only for them to be like, okay, here's who won the tournament. Surprise, surprise, it's Yugi, and Kaiba's still a cuck, and then it's just like sends me right back to the beginning. And I'm like, where's season 4? Where's season 5?
Well,
Oh,
that's
it's
what
not
Hunter
here.
Hunter does too.
I
Well,
know.
actually, I think they've already taken it off of Netflix. But when I was
Constant cucking.
Yeah,
watching
ends.
it,
We
the
both had
Chimera
well,
Ant arc doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Why-
So
why-
you think
well,
that you
right.
finished this, and then they're like, "Jokes on you! There's 60 episodes left."
Yeah,
You're
but
not close.
You do know where they put Yu-Gi-Oh now, right? It's just on YouTube for free.
Uh,
Like I'm looking, Battle City's
Game.
on here,
Wait,
Zexal's on here, 5Ds is on here, GX is
Wait,
on
wait.
here.
Yo,
We were
card
watching
games on
it at your
motorcycles.
freaking shore house.
What?
Oh yeah, we were watching it.
Yeah.
Wait, when were
We
we
were just
watching
straight up
it,
watching it
though?
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Were you not there? Were you
Oh,
sleeping?
was this when you guys
Maybe it's
went?
when you died. I
Was,
don't know.
no, was this
We
the
were
time
proud.
that the
You were
three
dead
of
for
you
a
went
while.
and had ramen?
No.
this was at Shore
No.
House. This
Yeah, that was
when
we
Mike
were-
made
so
us
we were,
ramen,
We were just drunk or
which
something.
was
First attempt. It
yeah,
was not
it was
the
not
best.
that bad.
Yeah.
It was not that bad. But
I still think it
no,
was-
it was when all of us were there.
Oh, that
This
was-
might have been
With
when I
those
went to
it
go
was
pick
sweet-
not
up.
ramen, but it
Sweet
was good.
garlic nuts were those garlic nuts were so
Iconic.
But yeah, like I don't know. It's yeah, because Hunter x Hunter does that where you're like, oh yeah, I think it's over, and then so Funimation did that for me recently because they like changed their UI for their website. I was
Okay.
talking
Oh,
to Cohen
wait.
about this too.
I lied. There's like 5 episodes on here.
Of what?
From Battle City, there
On
is.
YouTube.
See, I knew I wasn't.
Okay, no, there's like 49 episodes of Zexal on here. So
I
they
don't
got a-
care about Zexal.
Nobody
I
cares about
want
Zexal.
season 4 and 5
What?
of
Do you
the
want? What about
original.
5Ds is supposed to be very good. They got 64 episodes.
Card games
on
on
Oh, that's what we
motorcycles.
were watching.
Suck my-
5Ds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
watched
we
the
were-
first
we were
episode of
watching
5Ds.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Wait, is 5Ds any good? Should I
It's the
watch
card
it?
games
I
on
heard it's
motorcycles.
very
What's not to
good
watch?
actually.
It
Fi-
just seems so
fucking
ridiculous.
what?
It was.
Here's
It
the one
really
Card
was.
games
I forget.
on motorcycles.
Children's card
I-
games, but you ride motorcycles.
You're telling me
all
this
the
is the
time.
I
most
have-
cash money shit
They're
you've ever
literally
heard in your
street
life?
Yeah,
racing.
no, straight up. Like,
Yeah.
look, yeah.
Bro.
They're racing around in a circle on motorcycles playing cards.
Yes.
Wait, like circuit racing?
Yeah, it's like circuit racing,
Yeah.
and they're playing cards
That's
down.
the coolest shit ever. Are
It's
you
card
kidding?
games on motorcycles.
Anthony, you and I, we could watch it.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, no,
by the way,
it's-
that question I had before.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry,
Completely
Anthony.
switch gears for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
So I was thinking about this the other day, like when we were talking. That's so cash.
That's
That's
how
like
he plays
literally the
card games.
Akira bike. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking about this the other day as like a good, I guess, like topic for the podcast, and like, I was just giving it a lot of thought because I didn't know if I had any myself, but then I realized I had a lot. But do you guys have any guilty pleasure bands that you listen to?
Bands?
Like bands,
Absolutely.
like actual groups.
Absolutely.
Nickelback.
Yeah. The
What?
front bottoms.
All right, never mind. All right, we're done.
Wait, are
Next
you
question.
serious?
The front bottoms.
Yeah,
They suck. They really do suck.
they-
Tell me.
They're not even like a guilty
Oh.
pleasure.
I'm
for
gonna
me.
be honest. They suck. I
Some
like
of his
them.
songs.
Okay.
No,
I like
so,
some of their stuff.
All right,
Fair,
so-
fair.
Is
Like
it
Talon of the
Nickelback?
Hawk
Hold on,
album is
there's
like
two
pretty
conversations
solid.
happening
Yeah.
at once.
And what like their most popular song? It's that one.
It's like
that's
two in mattress or whatever.
Yeah. Twin size mattress.
That's the one. That's the
I
one.
legitimately really like that song, and that
Wait, I
album
like
has
that
a.
song too.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
That song's a
Can't
good
stand
song.
the front
Wait, for
bottoms.
what band?
Sorry guys.
Wait,
The
Can't
front
do it.
bottoms. They're
Is that
not
a guilty pleasure for you, though?
Apparently
Yes.
the guy.
You like openly like them.
as a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. You can,
I think-
Yeah,
Oh, I-
you,
no,
yeah,
believe me,
you
most
can
people think
openly.
it's bad.
parade-
If
I-
most
Sage-
people think it's bad, then I would say it's a guilty
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah, I parade my guilty pleasure bands
No,
around.
no, no.
like the
When I
fucking-
have a guilty pleasure, I literally don't tell anybody about it.
Oh yeah.
But-
Well,
Oh,
So
see,
she's
oh,
not
anyway.
about to
so you're
reveal
not about
what.
to reveal.
I
Yeah.
don't even know if
To
I
our
have,
thousands and thousands of viewers, you're not gonna reveal.
I don't even know if I really have like a guilty pleasure, like for music at least, because most music I like or don't like, and there's no in between.
Sage,
Okay.
what's your guilty pleasure anime?
Oh, that's hard.
Well, that's another good one.
Everyone think of that because I
So,
definitely have
while,
a couple.
While you're thinking of that, I want to just explain the Nickelback thing because it's not actually. I don't think guilty pleasure is the right.
Try to save
No,
face.
I-
over
I-
there.
He's trying to
I,
save
I don't
face.
think it's the right. I don't think it's saying a guilty.
He's like, I don't like
He's trying to
Nickelback.
act
I don't
like
like
he's not a
Nickelback,
fucking
but
No,
like-
I don't think saying
I
guilty
like
pleasure is
Photograph,
like.
that's it.
butt rock boomer over here.
I don't think guilty pleasure is I guess the right word because like I just like more than like Photograph and
I
and
more
Rockstar.
than like them.
No,
as a
no,
guilty
more than-
pleasure.
no, like,
I
I
love
like-
them.
You can say Nickelback's my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
band.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Sorry,
say
I
it was my
didn't-
guilty pleasure. I need you guys to know
I need you guys to
how
know
much
this-
I
I-
love
This
Nickelback.
indescribable
I have a
fact about me.
Nickelback tat on my chest, guys.
It says Rockstar
hey.
on my right bicep.
You
Like-
did this to yourself.
No, that's fine. I like
You logged
I
into
like
it,
a few
Mike.
more of their songs just because like I think a few of them are like the dumb. So I love songs with stories. I don't care what.
Okay.
No, listen.
No, I
Follow
do.
me here.
You like concepts.
Yeah, just
for
like
sure.
like if a song is a story, even if it's maybe not a genre I like or whatever, like if it's a good enough story or entertaining enough, I'll love the song.
You
First-
don't listen. You don't listen to that much rap, and that's like a lot of rap.
That's not true. I kind of do.
Do
No, yeah, you
it
want
takes me-
like concept albums, dude.
But it takes-
like
it- like,
hip hop is like the
I'm-
place to go.
Listen
Mostly-
to Damn, Kendrick Lamar.
I'm mostly
That's a great
To
one.
Pimp a
That's-
Butterfly,
regardless.
freaking
Like,
Illmatic.
yeah, but
Notorious
no, you're
B.I.G.
right.
is-
Like
is
I mean,
so
I'm
good.
not big into rap. I guess the most rap I listen to is like I listen to a lot of Eminem songs, but like I don't listen. I don't know. I've never gotten big into rap.
Hey,
but
hey, why don't you
Do you
why don't you
drink
why don't
Monster
you lift
Energy,
that
wear cargo
sleeve and
shorts
show
and
how
are named
white you
Kyle?
are? I'm gonna say
Wait. Before.
Oh, yeah, listen,
Alright,
Eminem, am I
wait.
gonna catch you on Call of Duty
Let me-
Black Ops later?
Anyway,
Let me
I want to explain my point.
let me real quick. I fucking love Eminem. Eminem is incredible. I was just.
Yeah.
Although his recent like shenanigans, I'm like, boo.
Nah, it's
This
fine.
is
I
not
don't
it.
even know what his
It's
recent
fine, whatever.
shenanigans
But so my point was, I love songs with stories. I don't care
Yeah,
what
no,
they're
for
about.
sure.
So, there's like a few songs that are just like really funny, stupid stories that that are the songs. Like
Nickelback we're
yeah,
talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
like one of them is about a guy like rolling up to like his girlfriend's house, and they're like gonna sneak out and drive, like they're driving, like run through lights to like, and they're gonna go like bang, and then like they start getting like hot
So
and
they're
heavy.
causing potential life-threatening traffic.
Okay, first
to
of all,
fuck.
you know how many like country songs are about the same fucking thing?
I know. This is why I don't listen to
Yeah,
country.
and I don't like country.
So
Can't do country.
so like
Nope.
Can't
they
do
start it starts getting like hot and heavy, and then like in the song they're like, oh, like what was that outside the door? And it's like, oh, it's my dad outside the car, and like his dad, like the dad of the girl, like pulls him out of the car, and starts like hitting, and then he has like, so it's like it just
how
how
did he
failed.
find
Yeah,
them?
wait, what?
Yeah, no, but
the
like,
fucking Terminator? Like, what is that? How did he find
but no, like, and then
He was
like
on
another
top of
song
the
is about
car.
Really?
another song is about him and like friends, like they're gonna go rob a bank, and so like they're planning the bank heist, and then
Wait,
like
this
they're,
is the same
no,
plot line?
different song.
Which
different song.
songs are these?
So the first one's Animal, and this one that I'm talking about is Get 'Em Up, and they're like talking about like how they're gonna rob this bank.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they got a gun, they got a fake car, like or whatever.
A
Yeah.
fake car.
like a non.
No real car.
A
A getaway
Flintstone
car?
Real,
Yeah,
real
like a
fake
getaway.
cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they're like
They're driving
casing
those
the
little
joint.
Barbie Jeeps.
Yeah. Then they're like casing the joint, and then they're like, and then we parked 2 blocks away. We go up to the thing, and nobody told us it was Sunday, and the bank was closed. And then like they try to get away, and there are cops right outside, so they get jailed like immediately. Like it's a story that is
The
stupid
wacky
and
shenanigans
funny.
of Nickelback's
Yeah, like,
outlaw characters.
and it's just like that's why I enjoy some of his other songs. Like
For
those are the
sure.
2 most notable that like I just can readily bring up. But
Uh-huh.
like that's why I enjoy like more of Nickelback than like I guess most people, just because I think the stories are really fucking fun. Like they're just stupid, like dumb stories that I'm like I can listen to the song.
I
because
can
it's
get
fun.
that. I can understand.
So like
I can
that's why
understand
I'm like I don't know if it's necessarily a guilty pleasure, because I don't think I've ever listened to one Nickelback album.
I
all
think
the
if
way
you
through.
told somebody that you enjoyed Nickelback, they would like berate you for it.
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty much a guilty pleasure.
But that's why I'm like I like select songs as long as they have like a story, and a good amount have like some fun stories.
yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
I can get behind
So
that.
I kind of want to start this off with my guilty pleasure anime here. Excel World. Is anybody familiar with
You've
Excel
you've
World?
explained this.
I have
like,
talked
so
about
many
it.
times. to
Okay,
me.
so it's from the writer of Sword Art Online. I do not like Sword Art Online.
What
I
are
watched.
they fighting?
Oh wait, is Excel
Yeah, they're
World
With their
With the
weapons?
Buster Sword. Yeah.
the one where he's blonde?
No,
Oh, fuck.
it's this short little brunette fat kid,
Oh,
and he's like 4 feet tall. He's
oh.
real big, like bigger than anyone else in the show,
This poor-
and he gets the hot class president girl as his girlfriend because of course.
Oh,
Okay,
A1,
go off, Short
top
King.
tier.
Go off
Okay.
my short king.
Short King. Hell yeah.
It basically is like set later in the world of Sword Art Online, where like there's like these computers that go into your mind, but like they're on all the time, so you have a HUD all the time, and like it's like, oh, when you enter this game, time slows down to like 1/2400th of a second, and you can play like an entire like 30-minute game in the fraction of a second in the real world. And it's
Swallow louder,
I'm-
Mike.
I will.
ASMR.
was so loud.
and the writing in this show, and I have actually it only got 1 season. I have gone off and I've read the light novel, a good portion of it. The writing is not good, but I love the concepts and I love the ideas, and I cannot stop with this series. It is my guilty pleasure.
I mean, I guess mine would be Sword Art.
I still give it like an I gave it an 8 on my anime list. 'cause
I
really
have so
do
many
like
guilty
it.
pleasures. What am I saying?
Sword
I
Art
watch
is
so many
my
trash
only-
shows.
I don't know
I
if
feel like my
I love
only
trash, but
Guilty
like
pleasure is Girls Bravo, only because the anime is so bad compared to the manga.
I don't know
But
if
I love
I
the
have
anime.
watched enough anime to have a guilty
don't
pleasure
think
anime.
I
no, that's
I
fair.
mean,
you guys are
you-
still relatively.
No, I know.
actively-
Future Diaries. Future Diaries is your guilty
That's
pleasure.
not
It's
a
not a guilty
disliked
pleasure
show.
because she
and I
she
don't feel
loves it.
guilty about it.
You should.
No, you should not. No, you should not.
It's so good.
I just want to state to our 3 people watching this. She told us to watch Future Diary. She said this is my
Christ.
favorite anime.
Favorite
but I'm,
anime.
Okay,
This is my
awful.
favorite
It's
anime.
like the
But
10th
I'm
anime
not a
I've ever
weeb.
seen.
It was still
But I'm not a
objectively
weeb.
bad.
But I'm not a weeb. Oh yes, the tsundere show.
Please
literally
go
was-
watch
Sorry,
Future
no, the
Diary.
Andre
Real
show.
world.
Let me
Please go watch Future Diary and tell Kat that she's not a weeb because that is
Okay,
that
I don't
does
even
not work.
claim that anymore. This was a while ago.
Is your
You
favorite
still
Hanako
love
kun
that
now?
show.
I don't know. I go back and forth. I do. I really do love that show. I
a
cried
great
like
show.
a fucking baby at the end. I was just bawling for hours. I had
During Future Diary?
yes.
From
with
what?
The
Yeah,
ending.
wait,
We've talked about this when she was like, I was crying, and both of us were like,
No.
what, from what?
Why?
When he's in the void
Why?
being like,
no, you're like, no, hold on. So, possible, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert!
We
Spoiler
can talk about a
Diary.
whole episode for.
Well, hold
Future
on a minute.
Diary.
What if I want to
Diary.
watch
Yeah,
Future Diary?
no.
Fair enough,
It
fair
could be a
enough.
whole ass
But,
fucking
like,
episode.
Wait.
There's
Wait. I recommend Future Diary.
It's
It's
good.
currently on Hulu as of right now. It is
also
a
on
good
Funimation.
show. I really recommend it. It is like
It's one of the
kinda
start
trash.
of the.
It's really anime. It like
It's
really
really
hits
top
that
tier
anime vibe
trash.
in that anime vibe, and it is top tier trash that you're gonna be like, wow, this is stupid, and I love every second.
It's
of
one
it.
of the first few, at least in terms of popularity, phone death games.
Yeah, like if you go over to my shelf over there, I have this manga series called Doubt. It reminded me so much of that just because it's like that ultra specific genre that existed for like maybe 5 to 10 years
Yeah.
of phone death games.
yeah, it's like
It was
that
weird.
kind of like thing between like I think like
all on a
two-
flip phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 2003 to like maybe 2010, where it was like a lot of media coming out with like flip phones as like the main driving force of the plot.
I feel like that ended around like Do Ra Ra Ra, which was not a phone death game, but just very heavily
I think
phone.
there was
related.
there was that
Yeah.
one that was like I don't want to say it was one of the big anime, but like I feel like a lot of people like talked about it in the beginning of the season. I think it was like maybe a year or two ago where there was like a new phone death season game where it was like an app that if it was put on your phone.
Darwin's game.
yeah.
Yes.
Or was it
No, there was like a
Gar-
dude in like
Guar?
a mascot.
Yeah.
costume.
It was.
Yeah, that's Darwin's
Okay,
game.
then yeah,
Oh, was it
that,
Darwin's
that
game?
came out
Okay.
what
Yeah.
like a year or two ago?
Unless there's an.
I think there's
there-
another. I
Yeah,
think
there's
there
definitely
it
could be
started-
another.
It
Like,
came out
I'm
like
not
a year or
surprised.
two
It started
ago.
with
I
a
think it's
G.
Darwin's game. I
It
think
started
that's
with
what
a G,
you're
and I
talking
can't remember it.
about. I think
But
you're
yeah,
talking
like
about
that
Darwin's
one
game.
came out and like because I remember hearing about that and then I watched Future Diary. I was like,
Gantz.
Dance?
Is that it? No.
Oh,
that might-
Gantz.
Gantz is a
I see that on
different thing.
Netflix like all the time.
Oh wait, is that the? It kind of looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's guy on like the.
Yes,
the
I don't
main
think.
page,
That's,
I
I'm
see
sorry,
that-
that's
I
not.
see
I'm
that-
sorry,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
not
different
Gantz.
Oh.
I totally got the wrong
'Cause
thing.
I saw that. I see that all
lied
the
to
time
us.
when I'm on
I did.
Funimation. Like, when am I gonna watch? And like, I always see that one.
Was
Yeah,
that
but,
like 2 seasons ago?
I don't know. I guess I have a
He
lot
said
of
it was
guilty
like a year or
pleasures.
two ago.
I would say.
Is it a guy? I think it's like a panda costume.
Yeah, it is.
Darwin's game.
But like I don't know. I actively still watch Sword Art, so I guess that would be it. Or like, but I like also
like you
read.
keep up with them?
Yeah, I have been keeping up with Sword Art. I have watched everything that
Wow.
Sword Art has come out with, because I've gone this far. Might as
And
well
he,
keep
I don't
going.
know if
and
you're
he tells
strong or
me about it.
stupid.
Okay, look. At the very least, and I feel like I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that like thinks this. I feel like I've seen it a lot. That the newest season, Alicization, was like genuinely
How
like.
many seasons are there?
Were they on the
They're
4th or
split
5th?
up. They're split up really weird, so I never like know the answer to that. I think.
I think this is the
I
fifth.
think it's. Yeah, I think the one that just ended is the 5th. I think.
But would you call this like the
Scared
fifth
me.
season, or this would be like the fifth like
it's like it's weird.
story almost?
Oh, I found it.
I guess 5th story.
Because I feel like that makes more sense than calling it a season because they're not like
Because like Aincrad goes
tied-
into.
they're not tied to Sword Art Online
Yeah.
like the first one.
Yeah, because
Fuck this
SAO
up.
goes into ALO, right?
Alicization Online.
Alfheim Online.
Sword Art. Yeah, Sword Art
Yeah,
Online
like
does.
it goes into like.
It does. It
their
Sword Art
seasons
Online
are weird.
season 1 is so
two games.
minor spoilers for Sword Art Online, but this is 10 years old now, 9 years old now. So
And you only ever need to watch the
And it-
fucking
and it-
first 12 episodes.
and hot take, I don't like it. The first 12
I don't
episodes.
think anybody, like does.
The first like 12 episodes, you're in Sword Art Online. From then on, you are not in Sword Art Online. From 13 to 24 or so, you're in Alicization Online.
Nope. Alfheim.
Alpha. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Alization's
I'm
the
so
new one.
I'm
Wait, is
so sorry.
Alphon the one where they're like fairies?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Alpha
then
Is that
just
where?
bad.
I do
That's
think
the one
she's
that's
blue?
bad.
Oh yeah, which one's she blue? She's
Uh,
really cute
so
in that one.
that's
There's
later.
a figure
That's
that's
later.
like $300. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
figure
that's
of her.
with the
later.
blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
That's
really
later.
cute
Yeah.
blue.
So
I like her
so
blue.
then after that, they're in Gun Gale on.
That's-
He's
she's
in
blue
Gun
in
Gale
Gun Gale.
Online, and then she gets the blue hair like around
Is that the
time,
one with
but
the
they're
like
in
the girl with the green hair? That's like
Yes.
yeah,
little-
Mhm.
Shino?
Shion,
Shion? Yeah.
something like that.
But so anyway, like Alicization, at least the first half. The second half was a little not as great, but I mean it's fine. Like
I liked Gun Gale. I legitimately quite enjoyed Gun Gale for the most part. I thought the very end was fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Plus, like, there's the
Yeah.
whole thing with his avatar where they were like, "Oh, it's special," but it's
Oh,
no
it's
way
special.
explaining that it's
You know
special.
why? You know why it
'Cause
was
they look
special?
the same
Because
every time.
no, he looks like a girl.
Yeah,
he's
that's sad,
like a
that-
girl, so that
he's
they
like
can
a
have
trap, so it comes up.
So he's like a
times.
trap, so you
But-
get those tags.
Yeah, but like,
Uh,
regardless, the Alexation was good for two reasons. The story was actually at least interesting.
Is that the one with the blondes?
With the blondes.
There's like
Yeah,
a blonde
yeah,
kid
yeah.
and then a
Yes,
blonde
yes,
lady.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Kirito is no longer Jesus. Like, he's not overpowered. Like, he actually has to try.
Yay!
So great. His friend, the blonde like kid, the
Who
blue
looks
one,
exactly like him?
Okay, wait. Talking about those real quick to talk about Genshin because we always have to talk about Genshin because someone has told me that this is happening. They're
And I
adding
have
a new character. I think his banner's in 1 or 2 banners, and it's the voice of the blonde guy. And then there's already a character. This is the Japanese for Genshin, and Zhao is Kirito. So
Oh, okay.
they are now adding it. So then people are just making so much fan art
Makes
of
sense.
like the two of that. But go on.
But so
There you go.
it's great because Kirito's no longer a god.
Yay!
And his friend is really fun. Like, is also like trying.
Isn't
trying
he
to,
an
like-
AI or some shit?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. So
Is
In
that
this show, you
spoilers?
the main
no,
character, he's the best
there's like
person
a
in the game.
big. So
Naturally.
like
No
the
question.
worst part is that the first
That's
two
the show.
episodes.
That's the show.
It's like
That's
a
lame.
huge exposition dump of explaining these AI and how they work, and it's a lot. Like, you don't understand it. There's so much words on screen. You're like, what the fuck? But then it goes, and then it gets past those first 2 episodes and never really brings it up. So it's fine. But like, it's great because he's no longer broken. His friend's really fun, and the story that they're doing is like really interesting.
Wait, didn't it
Um,
wrap up already?
Yeah, it's because it's split into 2 parts.
Oh.
And then like the second part basically doesn't focus on Kirito at all. And
Yay.
it's great because you're like, cool, we don't gotta worry about him. And then it's
Well,
about
actually,
like all
they
the
bring
other
him back
characters.
and he becomes a god again.
Yeah, but like and then it focuses on other characters, and it's them like dealing with this like war, and it's really interesting.
Neato.
You know, it still has some of the same traps that SAO has. If you know, you know. They're not great.
Yep.
At the very least, it's still awful. But at the very least, the
At
first.
the very least, it's still awful.
No, listen. So like, it should never be in a story. Basically, I think. I'm not going to specifics, but Anthony, it's the thing that triggers you.
Oh yeah.
And
Regular
yeah.
plot device up
Yes,
until this point.
he uses it as a regular plot device. It's weird.
He's,
but anyway,
it's
lame.
The author is just like, he's not a good writer. He has very good ideas. I'm gonna give him this because when I first started watching Sword Art Online, I was like, oh, this is like a modern day Tron. This really works. This
Oh,
is
I'm
set,
already out.
This
No,
is set.
at the-
No,
That
it's
fucking
set in the
sucks.
it's set in the near future, and it's like you're in an MMO and you get trapped.
Like
Yeah.
VR.
And it's a
like,
death game. Like,
and
you
I was
die,
like,
you're
oh,
dead.
this is
Oh,
pretty
if you die in
solid.
the game, you die for.
Yeah. So
it was like the first one to do it.
it was the first one in anime to
Oh,
really
you're
do
telling me
this. I mean,
Stay
besides,
Alive
like,
with
Dot
Frankie
Hack.
Muniz wasn't the first? You die in the game, you die for real.
But,
movie out there?
so he has that trope. It sucks. It's not great. But like, it's always out of nowhere in his stories, and that's why it's like
very
especially bad.
aggressive.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
why it's especially bad. In Alexation, it's still not great, but at least unlike every other time it has ever been shown,
It
it
has
has an
plot
actual
relevance.
reason. Like it's the point. The reason why it starts happening is because he's trying to prove a point with how broken the system of this game works. That like nobles can't do bad, and so these 2 noble characters start like messing with these other 2 that are like Kirito and his friends like disciples. And so then like the point is that he's trying to prove that how like broken the system is that they can do it and the game isn't registering it as a bad thing.
You're missing some context here for him, but it's like.
But
it's,
you
it's
get
a
But
lot
no,
of
he's
context,
speaking
like
but yeah.
every other time that he's ever done something like that, it's out of nowhere. It's just bad. It's just like, why are you showing this?
And
Like, this
it's-
is gross.
And
But
it's
like at
even
this
worse
one,
because it's always on screen. It's
Yes.
never something that you hear about that happened off screen.
Yeah. So like the point in this one is just trying. It at least has a purpose.
It's on screen and it sexualizes it.
Yeah.
It makes it in a way that like you're supposed to enjoy it.
It's like Goblin Slayer,
Oh.
Yeah.
which is because Goblin Slayer's
Oh,
first
I've
episode.
seen the first
yeah.
episode of
So
Goblin Slayer. Well, you're supposed to enjoy that?
No,
No,
it's not.
no,
the
no,
point.
no. It's not like you're supposed to enjoy it. It's like you're supposed to be like, wow, these guys are despicable. But the way he's like feeling her up and she's moaning sounds great.
No, so
And
like
it's like,
it's
wow.
it's not
But
there to
it's-
be
it's-
enjoyed.
it's-
It's just they end up like sexualizing it because they don't want to just make it so bad.
I don't know.
It's
I
bad.
feel like it would be
no,
they
it's
better
not great.
that
No,
way.
I
The
think-
point
I
is,
think
like,
what
that's
it
why
is-
that's why a lot of people didn't like Goblin Slayer because they're like, dude, that's like a sexual pose while this is happening, and it's like, yes, but then like, because I like Goblin Slayer, like that first episode is there to prove a point of how awful the goblins are. The way they animated it isn't great because it makes it weirdly like, oh, that girl's hot still, and it's like that's not like that's bad. That's why it's bad, but it does its job in proving the point, which is the goblins are the worst thing. They are despicable, and you will hate them. And this show will set up why you hate them, and then you'll love everything else because that's all the main characters does is kill goblins to stop them from doing this.
I think oftentimes in media in general, especially in anime, it's really bad in anime, but when you have those kinds of like very aggressive like assault situations that they're showing on screen, they don't know how to make it like hit that point of this is really uncomfortable and you're not supposed to enjoy it and these person is not enjoying it. I don't think they know how to correctly convey that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 'cause
they
they don't wanna
just
go too far,
they
and then
just
they
go
go
with
back.
What
with
they're
the,
used to.
Go with the route that they're
Yeah.
used to of everything is like cute and fun and sexy. So let's just do that, but have this extremely dark tone that goes
Yuck.
with that, and it's just like this very weird clash of imagery that happens at the same time where you're like with the context of what's happening in the scene, you're like, okay, this is not a pleasant situation of like, okay, everyone's having a good and dandy time, but then like they're showing it as a good and dandy time and you're like,
Yeah, I feel like it comes off as like slightly like we want to commit to this, but also like
yeah, we can't
don't.
commit
Yeah.
to making you uncomfortable kind
Yeah,
of a thing.
so-
'Cause we
So-
don't want to be
yeah.
uncomfortable.
But I
Yeah.
feel like that makes you even more uncomfortable.
No, yeah, it's
Yes,
terrible.
no,
It
it does.
creates
But
problems.
again, this is like made in a completely different country with different like
Values. and
Yeah.
social things,
Yeah.
and you gotta like
think of it that way.
you gotta think of it. You gotta like take it with that awful grain of salt and just be like, okay. And like honestly, I
There's
just
a
turn
few of
stuff
those
off
things
sometimes.
in anime just in
Um,
general that you just like.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate crutch that Reki Kawahara, who's the guy who writes those series, had for way too long. But eventually, he did like come out and acknowledge. He's like, hey, this was not a good thing that I did, and I'm gonna stop. But like,
haven't
we
gotten
still
to that
have
point
we
in
still
the
have
shows.
3 more seasons of this anime that's gonna have it.
Yeah. But it's like I don't know. But it's
by-
there's a whole thing.
yeah.
But Goblin Slayer, minus that first episode, because it's because of that like sexualization, which is why people had the problem with it. Like its actual show is really just enjoyable. The
Is it
characters
just a
are.
really bad setup?
It's just like the
that
first episode,
is
yeah.
just
No, that's
better.
what I mean
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the first episode.
Because that first episode, it wasn't the problem. Well, actually, no. Some people were like, I don't want to see this at all, and that's
Right.
fair. But like, the point was just to prove how awful they are.
Right.
That way you.
But
you
isn't
root for
there
the
like a
character.
better
I
way
think
to
think
do
it's
that?
yeah, it's a
Absolutely.
bad
Yeah,
way.
no,
It's
there
kind
is.
of
Like,
like
don't you have a ginormous boatload of examples
There-
to
to
me,
go with?
to me, it reminds me a lot of like JoJo's, and like for the first like 4 or 5 parts of JoJo's, the way Araki is like, hey, this villain is bad, is he has them brutally murder a dog.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's just like that was how they did it, and like, but like literally that's episode 1, and then every other episode, it's just like all like the characters that are involved are really interesting. Like the scenarios and the combat and like everything is just really good about that show. It just has that first episode.
You know what show has a great like masterclass setup of like showing how someone's evil? Monster. Did you ever watch it?
You've been telling me to read that
You've
for
been telling
so
us
long.
to watch
Oh
that for so
God.
long.
Okay, so the main
Oh wait, before you start, I just want to say that the other phone death game anime we were talking about before is called Gleitnar.
Yeah, that's the one with the
Gleitnar?
freaking
Yeah.
spring
What?
trap
Yeah.
looking guy.
wait, show me.
Yep, I see that all the time.
I don't know
and,
what
and
that
I
is.
don't,
It was
'cause
pretty
it tells
popular
me
a
all the
couple
time.
seasons
You like
ago.
Future
Oh, okay.
Diary? Watch this shit.
I
have not watched
I
it.
did not watch it. It just didn't appeal to me enough. But I heard it was pretty good.
Oh, I'm trying to think of. Can you look up Monster for me real quick? I'm trying to think of the main guy's name. He's blonde. I think it's like Yosef or something. But he was like a mental hospital patient when he was 10. Johan, thank you. I was so close. But yeah, so he was a mental hospital patient when he was 10, and he has a twin sister, and then he's like a complete psychopath, and he convinces everyone in that hospital to kill themselves except for him, and he's just like, great, I did it. and then we flash forward to him as an adult, and he's still being like super chaotic and evil, And literally, like in the first episode, you see him talking to this guy who we get introduced to at the beginning of the episode, who is like a alcoholic, but he's trying to recover from being an alcoholic. And he's like talking to him on the roof of a building, and he's like talking to him so calm, so like friendly. And he opens his coat and like pulls out a bottle of whiskey, and he's like, "Won't you have a drink with me?" And then you just flash forward again to the guy's body on the pavement, and it's like,
Oh my god.
after having like a 5-minute conversation with this guy. Yeah, Monster's really good. Everyone watch it.
I feel like I'm glad I didn't hear any of that.
All right.
Just because like I feel like I don't know how early that was or not. But
That's
I'm
like
just
episode 1.
okay,
That's
cool,
not really
alright.
a spoiler.
I was not really listening all that much. By the way, hey, guess what? One of our cameras died, so you're just gonna deal with these next
Yay!
two, only these two angles.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
buds.
Which two angles?
I think the
Uh,
wide
one-
shot
the
and
wide
then
and them.
oh,
So we don't have a shot
disembodied voices.
anymore. Hey, hey, look, we said
Hey,
that
that
we were
was me
still working
last
on
time.
this.
It
Yeah,
just
I feel
was
like we're still
missing.
doing good. So you know what? Whatever. We lost one
mean,
camera. Good
we're
man.
trying our
Well, I
best.
mean, if our
We're
biggest
almost
problem
done.
is that the camera died, I think we did a really good job in solving the issue. Like,
Yeah. So
we just got to charge it more.
That's fine. But yeah, so you've been trying to sell me on Monster. For a while I thought Monster was just Parasite.
No.
I know they're two
Parasite
different
the
things,
Maxim
but
is so
but
good.
like my brain
Not
was
even
just- No,
close.
I know, but
Anthony?
like
I think you would really like Parasite.
I've seen Parasite like advertised everywhere.
I had a
Parasite-
teacher
That's the one where
in
he has, like,
college
thing in his
talk to
hand?
me
Yeah,
about Parasite.
Parasite is
He's always
yeah.
playing his hand?
Parasite is legitimately just like a really good show. But like no, I know that they are not anything like alike story-wise or anything, but like
You just think of the names and you like
yeah,
equate
like
them.
my brain just kind of connects them.
Right.
It's just like even though they have like nothing in common,
Right.
but also then like once I like my brain is like all right, different thing. My then my brain's like I feel like Monster and like then like Black Lagoon and like are all in like the same
No.
Venn diagram. Like not that
Why?
they're the same thing, but just that like they're the same
all
tone or
all
something.
all so completely different from each
I also
other.
need to still watch Black Lagoon at some point.
Oh my god.
Oh
Look,
yeah.
I
if
will
you-
watch anything,
if
even if it's
you-
bad. I don't
if
even
you
know if Black
watch
Lagoon's
Black-
good or not.
Black Lagoon season 1 is really good. Black Lagoon season 2 not as much.
Probably end up watching it because I need to watch all of things.
You're a psychopath.
Hey, look, at this point, now that this exists, it's for content, and you guys can't tell me I'm wrong.
Sure
Yes, we
can.
I can
Nah,
do
you
whatever
really,
I want.
really
Again.
easily can.
Absolutely can do that.
I am
yeah.
doing all of
Do
this
you-
for
Except
content.
now
you
we're
notice
just
how
doing
I'm
it
not
in
watching that?
public
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of in private.
Yeah, public form.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, what? No, we're good.
Okay.
But like, that it's now it's for content, and now I'm justified
You're
in my
just
stupid
feeding your
decisions.
habit.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not.
It's worth it.
No.
Now I have a purpose.
No.
I was doing it for my
now
own
there's
hatred.
now there's
now
meaning to watching this much anime.
Yeah, what now? Like I have a reason to finish Fist of the North Star. I was gonna do it anyway, but now I have a reason, so
Oh
I can
my
talk about it here.
Oh my
He does
good
not
lord.
like it.
Fist of the North Star.
Why do you watch
is so
shows to
bad.
completions that you don't like?
Because
Just
I started
drop
it, I will
it.
finish
He,
it.
Just
he
drop
will
it.
start everything, watch it to completion. He refuses to watch Boruto, even though that's a continuation of
It's
Naruto.
different.
It's
Boruto
the
is
same
different
thing.
than Naruto,
It's
and
the
I hate
same
Naruto
thing.
anyway.
It's the same thing.
But do you hate Naruto because you watch it and you didn't read it?
Yeah, you really should have read it.
No,
It's-
that's
it's,
that's
like,
a valid
way more
question.
I've been
enjoyable.
I don't know. I
I-
think
I skipped
no,
all
that,
of the
that
filler. It
Actually,
has
that
nothing
actually,
to do
hold
with
on a minute.
filler.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. That actually brings up an interesting topic because you just said that. Did you not enjoy Naruto because you didn't read it? Can you?
Sage said that, but yeah.
Wait, who said that? Oh, you said that. Sorry. So does that not mean that you can't judge like a different medium based on quality alone? Like, do you
What do you
have to
mean?
have like is the manga like critical material to understand Naruto?
Typically, the manga will just give you more information, and it will be a more streamlined story than the anime.
The way-
especially
Right,
with
but
something
can't you
that's-
just judge the anime
So
and the
the
manga on
way-
like their own merits?
the way
It depends
people-
on the
yeah.
the
It
series,
depends-
but
yeah.
like it absolutely with some of
The
them.
way
Yeah.
the way people do it is
Because like I'm not gonna. I'm sorry to interrupt
no,
for a
go
quick
ahead.
second. Because like that's how I think about it with like comics and like superhero movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like and comics and just like any adaptation of a comic.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like I could read like fucking I don't know, Dark Knight Returns, right?
Yeah.
And then I can watch Batman versus Superman, which that movie like takes like heavy influence from. And like Batman, Dark Knight Returns is a phenomenal story. Batman versus Superman is the worst fucking superhero movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
So it's like
Okay, so
Can I
let me,
still
let me,
not,
yeah,
like, you know
let
what
me,
I'm saying?
yeah, let me give you my personal opinion here. As I've watched a lot of anime, I've read a lot of manga, and I've done the cross section on both of them
Yeah.
for a fair amount. With that, you're adapting a story, and you're not doing like one-to-one type thing.
uh-huh.
With anime adaptations of manga or light novels, you're generally keeping it mostly 1-to-1 with like little things thrown in there to smoothen the animation and the storytelling or end the episode. And I think a really great example of something that came out last season, which is called The Promised Neverland.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
hear you talk about that all the time.
I've told
Yeah.
you about this. Promised Neverland is probably the strongest horror anime I've ever watched. The first episode literally gave me nightmares because it's just stress.
Yeah,
it is just constant anxiety.
It's
and
one
stress.
of the greatest anime for like suspense and horror, and like it uses like cinematography, like actual cinematography, like camera movement and stuff to its benefit.
If
so
you've never
wholeheartedly.
read or seen this
Also,
and
the
you
OP
don't know what
slaps.
it's about, LP does slap. Just blindly go watch the first episode. I beg of you that it is that good that you really just should.
You shouldn't watch
Um,
the second season though.
That's where I'm getting.
Yeah.
Did they
That first
actually do
season-
that to sell more, or is that just a theory?
What, the second season?
Yeah.
So for the general
I should probably finish
consensus- yeah,
explaining
go
everything
for it.
first. Yeah. Then you get to, the first season was incredible. The second season, they did about 112 chapters of the manga in like 3 to 4 episodes.
We
Yeah.
talked about this in
It's
our last
way-
episode
yeah.
that's not airing.
Yeah.
It's way too quick. It's way
Test
too skipped.
episodes.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't really. It's not really a good translation.
Yeah.
It's not a good adaptation.
No.
It's stuff like that where it's like it's better to read the manga instead of watching the anime. Like if you like the anime and you're totally fine with that stuff, go ahead.
But
do
they
whatever
also
the hell you like.
diverged from the plot. Like they
Yeah, so,
specifically
like,
were
yeah.
doing that.
So to like Anthony's point of like, should it be held on its own? The reason why a lot of times with anime and manga is like because it's usually a 1-to-1 translation for the most part. I mean, like he said, they add some different stuff, but like with certain things, like Naruto, right? Like the anime adds a lot of filler. So like there's just a lot of stuff that isn't even in the manga, and it's usually not good or whatever. And it's like, but like from my point of view, like I've been skipping the filler, so I've been sticking to basically mostly what is in the manga. I guess but always the difference is that what people bring up is that the manga will always be like the mangaka's like point, like that is what he meant it to be. That is what he said, like that is what his what's the word I'm looking for here, like
his vision. It's
that is
whoever
his
writes this
vision.
manga, whatever they write.
That's the thesis.
That is like
Yeah.
what that is the author. That is the person telling the story. That is what they want to tell you. When you get to the anime and there's fillers, like Naruto can have like certain blocks of like 20 plus episodes of filler. It is a story that has nothing to do with the plot, will never be referenced again, will never be thought of again. And it happened. And it's canon.
So is it based? Is it because that they ran out of like? Is it because they caught up to the manga?
Generally.
Yeah,
Sometimes
Yeah,
is that
that's
why they
usually
don't
what
do it?
happens.
Oh, okay.
there's actually a really great explanation from an anime that is like a minute and a half clip that I'll send you. That's like a dude just explaining how it works with like a little diagram. Of
What?
like,
How filler works?
Yeah, like what happens where it's like he's like, oh, so sometimes if they catch up, they'll just start circling like and doing other stuff and going side stories, and then
Oh, you sent me this.
once it gets ahead, they start going again. Or there's the way where they just diverge paths to make their own story because they're like, whatever. That's like what Full Metal Alchemist did, and then instead of Brotherhood, and then like it's just that's how they used to do it, but now the formula for like because it usually was shonen related. It was like the biggest person that we used to do that because they would do a new episode every week, always. Like that was
Yeah.
just how it worked.
Yeah.
Now,
Now everything's most things are seasonal.
I don't know if My Hero started it, but like they were definitely like the biggest one to like kind of push it now, where they were like, My Hero was like, we're doing seasons. We're taking breaks between.
I
that
mean,
thing can
I
get
think
ahead of us.
I think Attack on Titan did it even before that because
Yeah.
they were
Oh, yeah,
like,
I always forget
here's
about that.
here's season 1. Okay, we're gonna
They
go
took,
on
like, 5
hiatus
years.
to put out season 2 so we can catch up with the manga. 4 years later, they're like,
it wasn't
"Here-"
just for that.
Yeah,
they
but,
had a bunch of.
There was a
different
lot of reasons.
but then they were like 4 years later, they're like, oh, here's season 2.
But like My Hero was like the first to like. they
I
were
think
like, we're-
popularize it, like
yeah,
the biggest
popularize it.
shonen
Like
to
they were like,
popularize
we're
that
doing
style.
like we are doing seasons. You'll get a new season like next year.
Right.
Like and it was like that was how it was working. I remember that freaking wait between season
Which
1
I
and 2
also
of
think
My
is
Hero
like,
Attack on Titan
I think
was
it's
so
good
long.
and bad in that like catching up to waiting for the manga is good because then you get better content. But then you're in this seasonal hellscape.
Yeah, because like you just miss it in general. Because that's exactly what.
Not even that. There's just so much seasonal that you're like, how? Unless it's like the most popular show, like My Hero Academia. I'm literally so lazy that even that, the most popular shonen right now, I can't even keep up to date
what's
with.
great about it is that like, because it used to be seasonal anime was like always bad.
I know.
It was just
But
like
I
if you
would
weren't
rather
watching the
it-
shonens, like you had nothing.
I would rather it be bad and then like trickle my way through the good stuff, and then like the next season, like do the same thing again because my brain I can only handle like 5
But now
anime
So in
in a
terms
year.
of like output,
Everything's
right?
good.
So in terms of like output, like how I assume they're called chapters in manga, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
like in comics they have issues. Is it
Yeah,
the same
chapters.
Thing? Right. What's like the output? Is it like one a week?
Yeah, so
Yes.
so generally it is you do one approximately 20-page chapter a week. You
Okay.
write and draw it. Generally, the mangaka writes and draws themselves with maybe a small team to do like background arts, inking, and whatever else. It is an incredibly taxing.
I'd
job.
imagine so.
That is why you
Yeah, it's
read-
So they don't. So they don't
Underpaid
make it like
and
they don't
it's a
make it
lot.
and like stockpile it in advance
No.
and then
No.
like release it all.
It's once a week. You release it when you're finished.
That's insane.
Like it has the
Sometimes
set date
you're
it
not
releases.
finished.
You
like
send it through. when
that's
you're
why
finished.
I like Spy X Family where they're just like every once in a while they'll just be like, we'll see y'all next week.
Yep,
And it's just
then
like a
it's
little
just
like
a little
image.
two-page spread, and it's like really nice. It's like, yeah, next week.
And then sometimes it's like sometimes they get 2 weeks because they're
Uh-oh.
like we're taking a week off.
Yeah, I think like it's like famously Shonen Jump like makes Oda take breaks sometimes.
Yeah.
Who's
Lately,
Oda?
Oda's
Oda's
the
the
guy
guy
who
that
makes
writes
One
One
Piece.
Piece.
Lately, he's been taking like a lot more like weeks off and taking like 2 weeks to do chapters because like the detail of the art is crazy.
Yeah.
So will they usually like just like do an arc or not an arc? Like how would they animate that? Right.
How do they?
Animate
Like how would they like an anime? Right. So like
Right.
would they do like an episode? So would they wait until like a certain point in the manga and then
Okay.
just animate it all in like gauntlet
A
style?
lot of times, I mean, it depends on the show, but like My Hero. let's
Yeah.
use that
Okay.
as an
That's the
example.
most popular one out right now, right?
Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah.
Arguably.
So
Okay.
My Hero, I think was greenlit for an anime almost immediately.
Really?
It was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was like all like I think it was like
I remember
it was very fast.
there was 2 or 3 volumes out when it got greenlit for an anime.
So basically, I think the first season came out. It covered 2 arcs. It covered 2 arcs, and then it was like, all right, cool. See you next season. And basically, each episode will cover 2 to 3 chapters.
Okay.
That is a one episode will like cover 2 to 3 chapters, and it like that is a good amount of time and like stuff to like get into one episode. So then you think about it that way, and you're like, all right, well, how many chapters is this arc? And it's like, all right, cool, 2 to 3 chapters an episode. That'll be maybe 12 episodes. We'll get this arc done. 12 episodes. We'll get the second arc done. Taking a break. Like it basically that's kind of how it equates to 24 minutes is 2 to 3 chapters, 3 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
So they usually will wait for stuff to like at least an arc or 2 to be out. Usually, sometimes they're like,
Yeah, or
"We're
else
just putting
you'll-
it out immediately.
I think if you don't, you do get into that trouble of you catch up way too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
Unless you're gonna do like 10-minute episodes.
Yeah, which now they are. Seemingly, I don't actually know, but it seems like they are trying to not do that now, like actively, like trying to not overwork things. I don't think that's. Really
Who's
accurate,
trying to
but-
not overwork
Yeah,
things?
exactly.
No,
that's what
nobody.
I'm
saying.
is.
Nobody
Like,
is,
it
but
is-
they're trying
like
to, like-
literally, I've heard they made Oda take a break. But Oda is the
Who's
guy who's
trying
been
to-
making them. The guy who has sold the best-selling comic book in the world for about 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it is like the top selling.
It is the
like,
number one
ever
selling comic
thing.
book ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's doing this every week for 20 years.
Again, like recently,
with
he's been
breaks, some breaks,
again
yes.
recently he's been taking like 2 weeks
What was the longest
every
break
couple
you ever
weeks.
took?
1 month.
Yeah.
One time he took 1 month off when there was a time skip because Shonen Jump made him.
Wow.
Yeah. When there was a time skip, he was like, take a month off. Well, because
They made him.
take a month off.
Wow.
And he spent it planning out more
Yeah.
because
He's like, "Fine,
he's
I
a
can't work,
workhorse.
I'll work.
Yeah.
That dude is incredible.
What a king.
He is.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good spot to end it. Trying to
Yeah, I
explain.
think
Yeah,
so.
I guess
Yeah.
so. I have a better understanding of how manga and anime work.
I
Yay.
can't wait to get you to read some soon.
Yeah.
It's
Shonen
gonna
Jump,
be a
you
great
should
time.
I would
the
start
app.
with
Oh, the
JoJo,
Shonen
that's
Jump
it.
app.
I
will
really, if I was to
shamelessly
start
plug.
with like, if I was to start with like any manga, I would really want to do JoJo's.
I
Because I
think-
love Araki's artwork. Like even
Araki's-
as like
yeah.
a casual like anime guy, like just his artwork in general is so
It gets
gorgeous.
so pretty
Oh.
around like towards the end of part 4.
I just
is
wish
where
it was
starts to
in
get super
color.
pretty.
It's on Shonen
it-
Jump.
There is
Yeah.
a bunch of like full color versions. Like I read
I really want to read it in
Like,
color.
I
'cause,
gotta tell you-
it's like too perfect to
And I
yeah,
think
not
it
read.
is
part
on
part
Shonen
7
It
in
might be,
color
it might
is
be.
They just
fucking
updated,
amazing.
I think, part 4, right?
Is JoJo
Yeah,
on
but it's not in
Shonen Jump?
color.
It's
It
not
is.
color.
They just finished
Oh,
part 4
alright.
because part 4 just finished getting fully translated in English. So it's on the
But,
Shonen Jump app.
by the way-
Shonen Jump app, by the way, $1.99 a month. I will. I'm
Not spons,
not
but, like,
sponsored.
Not
Ideal.
sponsored. Unsponsored
Hey, if you
promo.
wanna sponsor
Best
us,
subscription
all of us,
service
or
I
all of our
have.
3 viewers.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But so by the way, also we
I'll read manga, but if
we
you want to
we
like
plan on
sponsor Super Milkshake or something,
we plan on doing a weekly or a monthly anime club. By the way,
Yes.
So if anybody
Yeah.
wants to watch along,
You have the
yeah,
next one.
We've been doing it as like just a group, but we're gonna make a part of this. So it's up to me. We're gonna be watching Flip Flappers, which is this like really adorable show that I just kind of fucking stumbled upon one day. And it's just about like these two girls kind of going through what feels like an acid trip.
Oh my.
It's great.
Okay.
It's it's super fun. I think it's only 12 episodes. I believe it is on Funimation. And yeah, so we will be talking about that in a month. So 3 episodes from now. So feel free to watch it with us. And we can all talk about it. That'd be cool. Anyway, we have Kat here who streams at whatever.
Cat the Moonstar.
There you go.
And please check
And-
out Anthony.
and I make video essays on YouTube at Super Milkshake.
Check out his Rainbow Six Siege one. It's really good, and it features some pretty cool
It
guys.
features some of the boys.
And
Just the
and
voice.
Kat, you stream almost every day, right? Or try to?
I've been slacking lately.
Alright, well,
I've been busy
at the
at
very
work.
least weekends, right?
Yeah,
Is
I
what
don't.
you
I
go
don't have a
for?
schedule right now. The weekends, like I did a 9-hour stream the other day. I did 6 hours last night. I was up till
She's
4 in
been
the morning.
slacking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
work
you're
harder.
responsible, but like
But,
it's okay
yeah,
because I
so-
do have a full job like that I
Right.
do in the day, and
So
then
feel free to check them out.
Yeah.
Hey, if you like listening to our sultry voices, check us out on Spotify.
Yeah.
If you want to see us, go to YouTube.
Be sure to
or,
like. Be
any
sure to
other-
like,
yeah.
comment,
Other,
subscribe if
or
you're
any other place than
interested.
Spotify.
Yeah, airmail me shit.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Oh,
That's cool.
What?
Leave a review on the
I-
other things. I know Spotify.
Yeah,
doesn't
leave a
have
review on Yelp
Yeah.
for.
No, I know
Please
Apple.
send your
Like
reviews
Apple-
through carrier pigeon. It is the only
No,
way.
yeah,
Yes,
access.
Apple
100%.
and stuff have like reviews that
Yes,
you can actually leave on
Apple you can
episodes.
review
Spotify does
and do
not.
5 stars.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
really?
You can't actually say anything about us on Spotify apparently, but hey,
But you can add us.
you can
You
Like,
can
follow
add
us.
us
Yeah.
You
at
can follow it.
Vaguely Anime.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching our hopefully first episode, people.
woohoo!
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.